Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish,
keep
guys.
all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. I hope you're well. It is Monday, the 7th of February, and we are back with another Monday Night Live show. I hope you're all well. Bear me a minute while I just adjust my camera. Nope, not zooming in. There we go. Hope you're well, people. As always, before we get into the show, please do smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Jif, how are we this evening?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Took me a little while to get through the pain of the uneasiness of what I felt yesterday, which lasted for quite a long time, especially when I watched all the after stuff and whatever. But I think it's only right, bro. Bear with me. I think it's only right we start the show with this one thing, and then we can move into the proceedings afterwards. Where is it? Hold on. There we go.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy for him. But as I said, I still feel uneasy about it because I'm happy for one, upset for the other. But you know, it is what it is. What I don't like is some of the hate Mane's been getting. This was never about Mo versus Mane in sense of who we dislike or like more. It was a case of they're both our own, both playing in the final. We didn't want to see either of them go through heartbreak, even though it was inevitable. I find it weird that the fan base has kind of made it you either pick Mane, you pick Salah, and you got to stick with those sides. At the end of the day, they're Liverpool fans, so they're hating on Mane because he's won a championship. Then I don't know what to tell you. Simple as. But sticking with Sadio Mane, I think it's only right that our first topic of the evening is about the one and only Sadio. Let's do this. So, Sadio Mane's legacy.
Before we get into that, bro, let me just get this negative thing out the way on the day, because I want this whole segment to be praise, admiration, and just nothing but vibes. I don't like that a lot of people have shown their true colours in the last, say, 12 hours or however long it is. It's actually, or 24 hours or whatever it's actually been. And they're showing that this is the reason why, for example, I can't come on the stream and be like, do you know what? I don't really like that happened today, and then Salah did that, and it's like, how dare you say something about? It's like the true colours are coming up that you're not really a Liverpool fan, you're a Salah fan, because I can totally understand having your favourites. I have my favourites, but having a favourite shouldn't have anything to do with talking bad about somebody who's praising somebody else in the team. And that's, as you said at the beginning, the people who love Salah are actually being disrespectful to Mane out of that love for Salah, which then means that you've separated Mo from Liverpool. And now it isn't about Liverpool for you, it's just about Mo, because there is no point where to make my love for Mane feel good in this moment, I would turn around and bash Salah. I will be just as gassed for Mo if he'd had won as I would have been disappointed for Mane. Do you get what I mean? Same how I feel now. Yesterday, I wanted Mane to win more than anything. And you know that already because of my feelings about the way he's been treated and all of that. But when the realization kicked in yesterday, bro, that Salah lost, I couldn't deal with that. I hated it. Watching him upset really bothered me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And that's because I love Liverpool. I love all of them. I just have a favourite. Do you get what I mean? And I think that's just natural in life in general. As I said, we make jokes and stuff. I reckon all parents who've got 2 or 3 kids probably have that one child who's a more behaved, and the love is not different. But that one, they probably prefer to take to the shop because that one's the more well-behaved, or that one's the more helpful one, or do you know what I mean? Like, it's just natural, any walk of life. Do you know what I mean? You're just gonna have that kind of favorite. And that's just what I do with people like Mane and Thiago. I love them all the same, though, but they're all Liverpool players. So the way the disrespect for Mane has started to kick up, it's just the true colours. They're not really Liverpool fans. They're just Salah fans. Do you get what I mean? And that is why they are so comfortable to be unhappy about Mane being happy. And that's madness to me, bro. If you see this man's story and where he came from, even if you love Salah, come on, man. How can you begrudge him what he just... Do you get what I mean? Like, bro, it's mad. Bro, I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. I'm not even angry. I'm not even gonna rant about those people. I'm just disappointed, man. I just can't believe that there are human beings on this planet in general that when you... Bro, I cannot stand Chelsea. I hate Chelsea, as in the club and the rivalry and all that stuff. But I got people who support Chelsea who I love because it's just a football thing. And when you strip that away, bro, do you know what I'm saying? Some of my good friends are Chelsea fans. Like, come on, man, we just banter them because it's football. I hate Arsenal. But some of the people I love the most in this world are Arsenal fans. But for the footballness, come on, man. I grill Arsenal every opportunity I get. You see Mendy? Bro, I was so happy for that man yesterday, bro. I cannot stand Chelsea, and I hate when he wins in blue. But yesterday, he weren't in a Chelsea kit. So I was so happy. Do you know that man's come up, bro? Do you know he nearly quit football 5 years ago, bro, because nobody was giving him a chance. And now he's the king of Africa. Bro, I love that story. So when people... Like, it's just madness to me, bro. For anybody out there who's being that type of person, you're actually a professional hater, and you've got to reevaluate whether this is a good way to be. And if you're comfortable with being like that, then just please leave me alone, because I don't like being around people like that. Once you take it past what it is, you've gone too far, man. You've gone too far. So I just want to get that out of the way, because there's a lot of negativity around what should only be positive, and it baffles me, bro. So
I hear that. But on to Mane, though.
My guy.
When you think about Sadio Mane, it's very easy to forget, or you... And again, I'm guilty of this. I think a lot of fans, probably from our generation, are. We sometimes downplay players of today and overhype players of yesterday. I'm very guilty of it. But I'll be honest, as I sometimes watch, when I watch games back, it's like, again, this is not even to shade Man United or the player, but I watched some highlights today on Twitter going around about Nani, the ex-Man United winger, and they were showing some of his goals. And look, at the time, those goals seemed fantastic, and they were at the time fantastic. But I look at them now and I'm like, today's keeper's saving that. So are we kind of overestimating what it was back then and underestimating what it was, or what it is now? Because I feel as though there's always that talk of, and I think, was it you or Matt who put Mane in the draft?
It was Matt. And the disrespect that he got because he picked Mane, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
not disrespect, but everyone was just like, oh, why'd you put Mane? Oh, that was where you ruined it and all that.
Yeah, but again, I understand it because, again, I'm from an era where we grew up on R9s and Ronaldinho, so I get that. But one thing we maybe didn't see as much back in the day that we see now is consistency. And Mane's consistency since he's been at Liverpool has been fantastic. Now, granted, again, I'll be the first to say his last year hasn't been amazing. It hasn't been. But when you look at what this guy's achieved since he's turned up at Liverpool back in 2016, he's won a Premier League, a Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, Club World Cup, and now he's just won the AFCON. His legacy is set in stone. There's no one else in that dressing room right now that can really say anything to him in terms of accolades because of that now international prize, which he was the catalyst behind. He was the player of the tournament. When we won the Premier League in 1920, in my opinion, he was our best player that season. The Club World Championship, if I'm not mistaken, he got the assist for Bobby to get the winner. For the Champions League, run that we went on in 18, 19. He's phenomenal in that. The UEFA Club Cup, he scored 2 goals to take that into penalties. The game was 2-2. He scored 2 goals for Liverpool. So it's not a case of he's just along for the
Super
ride.
Cup,
Yeah, he's not just along for the ride. This guy's not only winning stuff, he's contributing throughout the whole process.
Season we came runner up by 1 point. He got golden boot.
And again, I'm seeing a couple of you saying Thiago. Yes, Thiago's obviously the most decorated. I'm talking about their time at Liverpool, though. Mane, barring the domestic cups, which again, you guys know I want those domestic cups. I don't downplay those cups. Apart from those cups, he's won it all. And he's won it all while he's been at Liverpool. That is incredible. And his legacy, for me, is set in stone. That, yes, they just solidified it. Again, this has got nothing to do with what happens for the rest of the season, what happens in the summer. That's a conversation for a different day. But what he's done since he's been a Liverpool player is nothing short of amazing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, bro. It's and you know how I feel because I'm emotionally attached to him because he's my favorite player. You know what? And he's not just my favorite player because of what he does on the pitch. I also fell in love with the guy he is off the pitch. He's so humble. He's so chilled. He does so much work, and I don't mean fake work.
Ali and Bobby as well. Yes, I get that as well. But not to, and again, I want you guys to listen very carefully before I say this statement. But in my opinion, it is probably slightly easier for Brazil to win the Copa America than it is for Mane and Senegal to win the AFCON, in my humble opinion. Before you come for me, that's just my opinion. So
I would agree with that, especially with the heritage of Brazil.
But that's not downplaying Bobby and Ali's achievement before anyone comes to me.
I'm sure sensible people will know what you're talking about. And obviously, when Spain won, Thiago wasn't integral the way you said Mane was. So again, you're not even downplaying Thiago's because Thiago's achievements are ridiculous. But again, he wasn't integral to the win as Mane was. So what you're saying completely makes sense. But yeah, so what was, yeah, so it's not just about on the pitch, it's off the pitch, bro. Like the humbleness of the man, what he does. And you get a lot of celebrities and a lot of footballers who do things out of necessity for their image, or like maybe they don't necessarily want to do it, but they just do it because they realize it'll make them look bad and stuff like that. And I'm not even having a go with those people because you don't have to do charity work. You don't have to do things. Do you know what I mean? It's your prerogative to do what you want with your life. But when you see someone like Mane who's actually genuinely doing this because of the love and the want and to want to make sure he helps, it just helps you to become a part of the journey with him. Do you know what I mean? And when I watched him do that interview after the game, when he said to the reporter, "This is the biggest achievement of my life," and the reporter was like, "But you've won the Champions League." He's like, "Look, I loved winning the Champions League, and everything I've done with Liverpool is amazing. But this here is the biggest achievement of my life," and it's because it's the thing that he would have grown up watching, wanting, knowing for the pride of his country. Remember, when you're from a small village in what would be considered an underprivileged place, you don't have the advantage of this and the advantage of that we do when we grow up, saying in England or in America or the more privileged places. And he wouldn't have thought about anything other than helping his family. And then secondly, making that family proud. And it's not that winning the Champions League and all that stuff isn't making his family proud. But what is going to make your family more proud than the thing that they hold dear to themselves as well, which is being known as the best in your land? And a lot of disrespect falls on the African Cup of Nations, which is fair enough. If you don't watch it, cool. But for the people who watch it, the people of Africa, they adore that tournament. And don't be disrespectful to their love for that tournament. Even if you don't find it good, like people in Division 1, it kind of goes back to when I used to have arguments with people when I say, how can you say Rafa Benitez didn't win the league with Newcastle? And they'll be like, what are you talking about, man? I'll be like, he won the league with Newcastle. Oh, what, the championship? Bro, I don't care what level it was. He won the league. Was he or was he not in a league? Did he or did he not play 44 games and finish top at the end of that? So whether the level isn't as good to meet your criteria, yeah, he won the league with Newcastle. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel that's where the level is where the disrespect always comes in, where people think if it's not important to them, what the level is you're saying, it's not important. But it's important to somebody. Because I tell you now, when Newcastle won the league, it was important to them. Even if you don't think it's a good achievement, it was important to them. Do you know what I mean? So to win the African Cup of Nations as an African person is the greatest feeling you're going to get, whether it be as the countryman or as the player who did it. So,
sorry to cut you on that. Barcelona's Iniesta, Xavi, and all that, they won everything, innit?
Yeah.
You go and ask them right now, what's your biggest achievement in football? They're not going to say a Barcelona trophy. They're going to say the World Cup.
100%.
Like, and that's not even just like, there is such a thing of, and here's the thing, this is for me the best way of put it. We constantly have debates on Kop-Ish. Say, for example, I was to say, I think Salah's better than Mane. Half the comments will be like, yeah, agreed. The other half would be like, how can man disrespect Mane like that? And it would be, no. Just because I'm saying one's better than the other doesn't mean I think the other one's rubbish. And this is what we're talking about here. Like, if you don't think Mane loves Liverpool by now, like I don't know what more he could do to prove how much he loves the club. I've got to be honest with you. And that is even if he leaves in the summer. Do not get it twisted. Sadio Mane loves Liverpool Football Club.
100%.
Like, he could have, like, after his first season at Liverpool where he scraped top 4, he could have turned around and said, you know what? I've just shown I'm one of, if not the best attacker in this team. I might try and go to a team where I can be like a Barcelona or Real Madrid. Didn't do it. 17-18 could have pushed for a move potentially. 18-19 probably could have pushed for a move if he really wanted to. 19-20 obviously was the pandemic. Like, this whole narrative of, oh, well, you know, he said this about thinking. No, like, he's allowed to say that. Like, there's grey areas in life. Like, there are grey areas. Like, he should be over the moon with this achievement. Like, we may not necessarily, like, a lot of people won't necessarily support England if they're Liverpool fans because of political reasons. We get that. He doesn't have those political issues where he's from. He loves and cherishes and is privileged to be Senegalese. So he should be over the moon. And if he were trading his Liverpool trophies to have won it, then great. But you know what? Here's the magic of life. He didn't have to. He's got the Liverpool trophies and now he's won the AFCON. So please, let's just be happy for Sadio. Can we just do that? Yes, we've got Mo in our heart. We have, and we're going to speak about Mo shortly. But let's be happy for Mane as well, man. Like, let's not act like he's some scrub. Let's not act like he ain't done the most for Liverpool Football Club. Is he the same as what he used to be? Debate. Let's have a debate on a different day, though. Now's not the day.
But and here's the thing on that, Cal. As you said, it is a debate for another day. Even if his level has slightly dropped below his own standard, why does that mean he should be chastised for it anyway? And I've been screaming this for months, so you know I'm not even just on some, I'm just saying it now. Well, like why, just because his level has dropped a little bit below his own standard, why is that a reason to chastise him? He's still one of the best left wingers in world football. In my opinion now, he's the second best left winger to ever play for Liverpool behind John Barnes. And that's just my opinion. If people have others, then that's completely fine. That's my opinion. And when I watched yesterday, the humbleness of the guy just in general, bro, and this is why I love him as well, because people who grab the limelight, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them either, yeah? If you want to be a Cristiano Ronaldo, it's why I don't adhere to you, because it's not my type of personality. But if it is who you are, cool. So if you're a Cristiano, everything's got to be about you, and you always want it to be about you and all that kind of stuff. I don't really like that stuff, but it's fine if you want to be like that. But what I love about Mane is when the trophy was being lifted yesterday, do you know what he was doing, bro? Because I'm looking for a minute. I'm looking for Sadio because that's my guy. I'm over the moon for everyone, but I'm looking and I'm like, why can't I find Sadio? Like, he's not going to be in the pictures and that. Like, what's going on? Do you know where he was, bro? He was all the way at the back, over, hugging Cisse, and they were having a moment because they both wanted this. And Mane said he grew up watching Cisse, because remember, Cisse missed the penalty when they lost the final. So this is his redemption as well. I'm so happy for him as well, yeah. And he was in that moment, and him and Cisse were having their moment because they've achieved this dream together, of the dream they've both had, of the thing that they've always wanted. And for him to not care, yeah, about all the pictures and the rare, those are the things that I love about him, because I know it's genuine how he is. Do you get what I'm saying? And what he does and all of that. And again, there's nothing wrong with the people at the front. I would have probably been at the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it just makes me love him even more, to just know that moment right there, he can go and, like, this is important to him. This bonding, this real human moment here with the guy that they've both trusted in each other to win this thing together from how long they've been together. I'm just watching it and I'm like, this is why I love this guy even more, man. Like, this is why I love this guy even more. So even if you don't believe that Mane is of a level, which in my opinion is ridiculous, if you don't think he's of a good enough level to still play for Liverpool. But even if you don't think he's of a good enough level, just be respectful to somebody who is one of the most respectful people there can be on this planet. Do you know what I mean? If somebody's disrespectful, you can be disrespectful back. But if somebody's not disrespectful, then, you know what I mean? Don't do it. So allow this Mane versus Salah thing, man. And I think that's another thing I hate that our fan base has done. And maybe I'm even guilty. Maybe we're all guilty of it to some degree. But, like, why has it got to be Mane versus Salah? Like, it's weird. It's like, it's a weird thing in our team. Like, for a little while.
To be fair, the narrative was kind of fair because of the actual game itself yesterday.
Oh, no, yesterday's fine. I mean, in general, amongst Liverpool fans, because what I feel like is people have to put Mane down to love Salah. That's how they feel. It's like they almost feel like they can't love them both at the same time. Like they've got to bash one to like the other one.
It goes both ways. I've seen the opposite happen as well.
No, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. And that's what we've got to stop. We've got to stop this, like, do you get what, like, I don't know. It's like, because you don't really ever hear someone in our team go, oh, yeah, but when Matip done da-da-da, what about Gomez or whatever? Like, I don't know. It's like Mane and Mo are the only two in our team that people like headbutt each other over. It's very strange. I don't know. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. It's really become this Mane versus Salah thing in our fan base. It's like, guys, why can't we be happy we have them both? Do you know how privileged we are? Go and ask Arsenal fans or Man United fans or Chelsea fans what their wingers are over there doing, and ask them if they wish that they had Mane and Mo. Because, you know, we're only going to realise how sensational and amazing this is when it's over. And that's when it's going to be a shame, because you got to love it while it's here. Don't put flowers on the coffin when somebody's already about to be buried. So, give them flowers when they're alive. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Also, one thing I will say, we've never once said it's the whole fan base doing this either. Never once said that. But there is a large portion of fans who are doing it. Like, it is happening, and it's been happening for a little while, but it's just come to a boil recently. So I think it's something that had to have been discussed. So for anyone saying it's not the whole fan base, leave it out. Like, nothing's ever the whole fan base, but we still discuss these things. So
yeah. But the majority, as soon as it's 51%, it's the majority. And in my opinion, it's over 51% of the people who do this battle thing with this person versus this person. And yeah, so come on, man.
Yes, let me read out some of the super chats. Whoa. Oh, no, this isn't him calling you that. This is his name saying that's what you would say. Yes.
Yeah. Matt had this problem yesterday, but Matt said it out loud, so I got offended.
I remember,
Matt, you know what? I'm sorry, but every time your name comes up, or Naby's name, the way you pop in, I'm really scared, that you do actually have this Candyman effect. Please, bro, anything I've ever said to you in the past that was bad or disrespectful, I didn't mean it. Please don't hurt me. Because
No. Obviously,
this Candyman effect is mad because it's kind of scary.
I just waited for it to just jump in. I was even here for about 2 minutes.
Yeah. I know, Rapid. Obviously, I know you've been backstage for a minute.
Drifty says Arsenal learning. Hashtag Gunner Logic. Hashtag Arteta's broke Klopp. Yeah, they keep on learning. Very, very well versed.
Hold
in
on, did
learning.
something else happen? Did I miss something with Arsenal?
No, it's just probably a normal day, though, isn't it?
Oh,
I was gonna say, yeah, just another day, you know, in London.
Matt's hairline says, "Boys, new copyright-free video out now. Drifty is disturbed. If you want, you can watch it." Did you guys watch the last one? Did you watch the other one?
I did, yeah. It was quite funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? No, I don't think.
But obviously,
seen it.
it had footage from a film, meaning that you can't really. We could never use it.
Oh, okay.
Drifty said, "I was crying yesterday for both Mane and Salah at the same time. Tears of sadness and joy. I actually couldn't breathe correctly for about 10 minutes. It was hard.
I felt very, very funny. I did. I felt very.
I wouldn't even say conflicting. It was just hard to watch one of them lose. This is it. Like, you don't want to see none of them lose at all, innit? So
it was conflicting, Matt. It was, man. Like,
yeah, because I was really happy.
You can't be happy
Mane.
and sad at the same time. And
yeah,
but that's
right.
how I felt. It was weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was weird, bro.
I felt it for obviously for Mane, because even watching his documentary, maybe I think it was like last year or the year before, how much this really meant to him. And even when he came out, I think recently, he said this like competition meant the most to him. And rightly so, is how he feels about it. Like, some people might go, oh, but you won a Champions League, you won a Prem. Bro, like, AFCON means the world to him. If you knew what he had to go through just to play football, bro. Remember, they didn't even want Mane to be a football player when he was younger, you know. Obviously, his dad passed away as well when he was younger as well. He had to go through a lot to make it where he is.
He had to sneak off.
Yeah, and
he actually had to sneak off, and only his uncle knew where he was going.
Yeah,
because he knew everyone else would stop him from going, innit? Do you know what I mean?
National hero in his countries, it must be an amazing feeling. And obviously, commiserations to Salah as well, because obviously you knew how much that meant to him. Like, Salah is like a warrior; he don't want to lose any game, and even he probably felt like himself.
Hold on, we're gonna get to Salah in a minute. You guys,
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Jackson says that I think Mane was a sacrificial lamb for a lot of fans. They wanted to banter other fans by hailing Salah and have him in Ballon d'Or conversations, maybe to an extent, yeah. Tahir says the hate for Mane is since the transfer window. Seen some of that as well.
I think it was before that, but yeah.
I think it was the 1920 season they started coming for his neck.
Kat Sunday says the disrespect AFCON gets is disgusting. I don't know why. There's a lot of reasons why.
There's a lot of reasons.
It's not for this show. LFC Aaron says the stick Mane gets baffles me, to be honest. On some things, very baffling. Ems A confident Mane and angry Salah. Yeah, let's get some trophies this season. Big up Mane, living legend. Feel for Salah. Domestic cups, both achievable. Agreed. Kat Sunday says, watch how many teams would want Sadio. Most of Europe. Ason says, Salah about to John Wick the league with goals. So I think that's a nice little segue. So
just quickly, but before we finish up on Mane, did you guys hear what because I asked him what he actually said to Salah, innit? Did you hear what he said about like you've been through this before and I know you're strong enough, like keep your head up, we'll go again kind of thing. So he was just like letting him know, like, you know what I mean? Today's just today. After this we move, innit?
Yeah, and I think he said he's privileged to play with him at club level as well. I think he said as well. So he said he's privileged, you know. That says a lot. Mane actually looks up to Salah a lot. Like, he rates him so highly. So highly. I respect him.
Jamrock says a vocal minority doesn't make them the majority. Not in terms of numbers. Not in terms of numbers, you're right, Jamrock. But if the majority aren't speaking and the minority are speaking, then they're doing more representing than they should be, right? So
I just think it's been quite common that over the last, say, 18 months, Mane has been getting some unwanted sticks. Some of it maybe. Here's the thing. I'll just say it like this. If you play not that great, yeah, you can get criticized your form. But then I think people just went, in my opinion, overboard. He's done. He's dusted. Get rid of him. Let's replace him. That I felt was way over the edge. And I think that's what Drift was talking about as well. It's not that you can't criticize any player. It's just that it's how you criticize them and are you going over the top? Think about it first, innit? Don't be reactionary.
Yeah. Shout out to Nizzy100, just become a YouTube member of ours.
Big up, Nizzy.
Big up. Couple good little members video that just came out this week for you in there as well. Yeah. Or last week, should I say so? I keep forgetting it's Monday.
Diogo says, where's the number 20? He will lead us to victory. He will indeed.
Got 15 now.
Let's move on to the other side of the coin. The gentleman who unfortunately was on the other side of the AFCONs, the Egyptian king, Mo Salah. Right. So, unfortunately, whenever there's a winner, there is unfortunately a loser. And in this case, Egypt finished second in the AFCON. Now, reports have already come out saying that Salah is going to be returning to Liverpool. He's already, if I'm not mistaken, he's returning tonight, and he's saying he wants to be in training tomorrow, and he wants to be available or made available for the Leicester game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not even going to speak about Salah's mentality, because I think that just goes without saying. We saw what happened to him in the Champions League final in 2018. The year later, he goes and smashes in a penalty and helps us to secure that trophy the following season. He's bounced back from so much adversity in his career, whether it be getting treated like dirt at Chelsea and going on to be now the megastar and the best footballer in the world that he is. What I want to ask is, how or do we have to kind of protect him a little bit for the next couple of weeks in terms of his playing time, considering not only did he play all the minutes pretty much in the AFCON, but he went to extra time 4 times as well, and is just coming off the back of an extra time. Do we actually have to look at it and be like, yeah, Salah, you're the best in the team. Yeah, your form's fire, but we need you for the running for the rest of the season rather than the next 2 or 3 games. Do we have to manage his minutes a little bit? Matt, I'll come to you first.
Yeah, I think we do. So even though Salah's mentality is to kind of play every game and just, he's a warrior and he wants to get involved, and not only that, he wants to kind of just put that to the back of his mind. I think this is where Jurgen Klopp has to really show who's the alpha here. Because even though we want Salah to play every single game, bro, we have to be careful with him. He's not superhuman. He's still a human being at the end of the day. He's not an alien. And as you said, 120 minutes 4 times, bro. And here's the thing. We now have a squad. We just got Luis Diaz. Now, I know it's going to take him a while to acclimatize because you can't just throw him in every game. But I think you just got to manage Salah. So whether he comes off the bench maybe in 1 or 2 games, or maybe he starts a game, but you take him off after, say, like the 60th minute and bring someone on, I think we have to do that, because I do think there is that risk of you play him. He might be in form, bangs in goals. If he picks up an injury, then we're all going to look at it and go, see, this is why I should have had a rest. This is why Klopp should have said. This is why Klopp now is talking about rotation and how no one's guaranteed a starting spot, but he's still going to pick his main man. I just feel like we have to just be careful with him, bro, because there's still a lot of, games to play, and he is an important cog in what I'm saying, and what we want to do. So in my opinion, Klopp has to really put the nail in the ground, so to speak, and say, listen, bro, I know you've just come off a bit of a heartbreak, and I know you want to play every single game, but just for now, maybe over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to monitor your minutes. And you might not like it, but just respect it. You don't have to like it because you're Salah, but just respect what I'm going to do.
Just before I come to you, just for the same question, I think Bajan Barnes makes a good point. It's just a matter of how his legs feels, because we're chasing a quad, and now we have the numbers, so we don't have to rush him back. I think that's a fair point as well. Drift, what you got to chime in on the situation, bro?
I just feel like sometimes you have to save people from themselves, and his hunger, appetite, and desire is sensational. I've always said that he might be the most strongest-willed person in terms of getting over disappointment and bouncing back in our squad. But 120 minutes 4 times in 10 days is a lot of football. Like a lot of football. And you have to save someone from themselves sometimes. He's never not going to want to play. So you have to take the decision out of his hand, and I hope Klopp does. Like, if it was me, and again, I want Liverpool to win everything, innit? And it could come back and bite us in the arse, and you're like, well, look, that was your fault for having that idea. I would actually send him to Dubai for 5 days or something. Or actually go and have a little mini vacation, bro. Like, actually go, take the wife, take the kids, and actually go and have a long weekend and rest, bro. You just played 120 minutes 4 times in just over a week. Like, I love the enthusiasm, but go and be a human and have a break, bro. You know what I mean? Like, please, even if you don't go abroad, stay in your yard and don't do anything physical, bro. You know, them ones, right? Stay in your yard and if you're going to do something physical, make sure you're just lying on your back. That's all I'm saying. Like, just relax, bro. You get what I mean? And just have some fun, because that was a stressful tournament. And let's not get it twisted. Just the same way Mane carries that burden of expectation for Senegal, it's probably worse for Mo because there aren't as many players of the level that play for Egypt. So Mo is really under pressure when he plays for Egypt. Do you get what I'm saying? So even if it's just mentally having a timeout, because I reckon Salah probably he feels that pressure for Liverpool as well. Like, I reckon when he puts on the Liverpool shirt, I think he kind of feels like the burden is on him to win us the game every week as well. So he needs a mental rest and he needs a physical rest. Even if it's just for a couple of days, I wouldn't touch Mo until the Inter Milan game, if I'm being completely honest with you. If I was Jurgen Klopp, I ain't playing him against Leicester or Burnley. And if maybe give him 15 minutes at the end of the Burnley game to get ready. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm not laughing at you. I just saw a comment, fam. I know. Boy, AD.
Yes. Can't repeat some of the comments.
Should I scroll back for the joke? Should I scroll back?
Scroll back. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's not that far off. It's not that far off.
But no, I'd more say give him some minutes in the Burnley game. I can understand where you're coming from, Drift. Me personally, I'd give him some minutes in the Burnley game because I think throwing him in straight into a Champions League game can be quite rough, especially in the San Siro against Inter Milan, who are a top team. So I would personally give him some minutes at Burnley. I wouldn't start him against Burnley. I probably wouldn't play him against Leicester. I wouldn't start him against Burnley. I'd probably let him come off the bench in that game, and that way he gets a nice little round of applause from the crowd, and hope he'll be winning the game, and he can come on, he can do his thing, he can chill, have a little bit of fun on the pitch, get his happiness, get his smile back on the pitch, and then go from there. But yeah, I don't want to see him start. I would be a little bit worried if I saw him start at Leicester, because again, it goes back to the whole does Klopp not have any faith in anyone to kind of get us through one game, even if Salah's in the squad? Because at the moment, Klopp has been forced into change because we've had no Mane, we've had no Salah. I want to see how you react when those people are available, but you kind of deep down know that they've played a lot of minutes recently, so let them just.
Sorry to cut you lot. Would we get in trouble if we went and watched Sadio's Insta live? Because people are saying he's live right now and it's really cool and emotional. Would we get in trouble if we brought that up? We wouldn't, would we?
I'm not gonna lie. The way YouTube are moving at the moment, in theory, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't get in trouble for just all watching his live at the same time, should we?
I mean, in theory, we shouldn't, but
you know,
I want to see it, man.
I know.
And once it's gone, you can't watch it again, can you?
No.
It depends if he archives it or not.
Man, I want to see it.
Can't take that risk with YouTube at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a bit of a risk with everything right now. If not, man would do it. But
YouTube, we're looking to just roll up to people's houses at the moment on a mad one. But no, back to Mo. I genuinely believe he'll be fine for the rest of the season. I just don't want him to be overplayed in the next couple of weeks. Like, if we can sneak him in little respites and all that, it should be all right.
You know what? Yeah. People are right. It's not copyrighted content when the guy's just live on his Insta.
They play music during the actual thing, bro. We're done.
Yeah, it's the music.
No, obviously, I know if he plays music. Yeah, 100%. You know I know that. You know what's mad, though, you lot? I don't think we should underestimate that it could affect Mo in terms of he seemed a bit more distraught than normal. So even though I have faith in his ability to be able to get through it, I don't think we can downplay that it may bother him more than we think. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's a possibility it could bother him more than we think it's going to bother him. So we got to give him time to get over it as well. I can't lie. Because I can imagine the disappointment of losing a final for your country when you're that much of a proud resident or whatever the word is for that, nationalist or whatever the word is for it. It must be like a bereavement almost, that defeat. Do you get what I mean? Because it means more. Because it's like when you lose for your club team, unless you play for the team you support, I still don't think you'll always have that emotional attachment like you would to your country.
To be fair, bro, Salah was absolutely cut off when he had to come off in the Champions League
final.
He was
balling.
He was, but I think that
was pain, though. That was physical and mental.
Yeah, I think that was physical and emotional pain, and not only that, I think that was like a realization kicked in while he was going off. Because remember, he tried to play for a couple of minutes, and I think it was the realization he wasn't going to be able to continue. So that was like a number of things. But yesterday, it was really hard watching him. Like he was on, like he went down, he was on the ground, like he was almost inconsolable. Not in terms of like that kind of thing, but like you could tell it didn't matter what anybody was saying to him, no matter who hugged him, no matter what, you couldn't take him out of the feeling he was having. And I just hope that he's all right, and I don't think we can downplay the way so even though everybody's right when they think, no man, Salah's got the mentality to get over this, man. Like I believe like he will, because I do as well. But I think we do have to maybe hold on to the fact that it might affect him more than we think it has in the short run, for a week or two at least. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that. I got a shout out to literally like a second brother, Ernest Simmons, who sent some screenshots over, so I get them up on the screen now of the parade. Obviously can't be full screen, but as you can see, the streets are absolutely lined with people from Senegal celebrating.
Man, that's crazy.
So obviously we can't show you guys the actual live, but a couple screenshots is the best we can do at the moment.
I don't know what bar it was from Senegal, but there was footage of one of the bars that was showing the game. I don't know if you lot saw it, actually back in Senegal. And when Mane scored the penalty, I could relate because I didn't know I was doing it at the time, or I don't know, I didn't know I'd do it at the time. But then I watched myself back afterwards. I'm like, you fucking idiot! Look at the state of you. Like there's so many times I watch myself celebrating when it's been recorded. I'm like, look at the state of you, bro. What are you doing? But in the moment, you just get lost. You don't even know what you're doing. And there was one woman who was on the table and she was just screaming. And when a scream doesn't even have a meaning, it's literally like you're just trying to get all the air out of your body in the most like emotional way. And I just thought, I know that feeling. Like everyone in the bar was going crazy. It was like, yeah, man, it was mad. Like for me personally, I don't think there's anything in the world that quite gives you that euphoric in that moment feeling like a football win or a football happy emotion does.
I think winning a fight. I think winning a fight does. I'm not talking about a street fight, by the way.
I know. I don't know what that feels like because I've never been a fighter. Are you talking
about from a sporting point of view? Just in general?
Not in
general.
Which one? Who's?
I'm talking about. I mean, to be fair, even in real life, that emotion that you feel will always be a beautiful personal feeling, like having a child or getting married or passing your driving test or watching your kid get married. That's going to be a beautiful internal feeling. It don't make you run down the street going, I can't, and just going crazy. Like nobody runs down the street doing that for those, you know what I mean? No one passes their driving test and then for a whole hour, they're just screaming and nobody even knows what's going on.
Like, I can't realize.
Maybe.
I'm going to bait myself up here. I'm going to bait myself up. You guys know I got no shame in what I do in it. I might as well break the news before anyone else does. When me and the missus found out that our first child was going to be a boy, and I obviously did the scans and that, I did get up out of my seat. And I grabbed the nurse who's doing the screen thing, and I hugged her and I lifted her up still. You lifted
her up,
yeah.
I'm not.
No, that's amazing. But what?
Lift no one up.
That's what I was going to say, but did you run down the hospital hallway going, come on! Going mad.
See, I didn't go like that.
Right, if you did that, then fair enough. I stand corrected.
Yeah. If you did that, then fair play. I didn't do that. Don't get me wrong, I was gassed, and in the room, I was like, I was like, yes! And then, obviously, the missus was like, you see you, yeah?
That's what I got.
You see you. Bruv, the disappointment
But
when she realized,
because of it.
bro, yeah, when she
was,
realized like, oh, it's a
we had
boy and a
would you
girl,
react
she
like
did
that? If we had a girl, would you
disappointment,
react like that?
licked her
Right, like,
first.
I don't know, innit?
It's like, boy, innit? Like, you know what I mean?
I get where you come. If from a sporting point of view,
Yeah,
for me
you can't.
personally,
Yeah.
nothing overdoes football. But if I was an actual athlete, I don't
Yeah.
think anything can, because for me, fighting is usually, well, it's 1-on-1 for a start, but if you could lose your life in there. So I think first and foremost, you're celebrating still being alive, and second of all, you've managed to, you know, overthrown another person in there as well. So it's a bit,
that must be a great feeling, though.
And again, as a fan, I think, and again, if I'm wrong, because Cal just made me stand corrected on the whole thing of like, with a personal thing, mate, you get that euphoria in terms of like showing it. But in fighting as a fan, I love certain boxers or whatever, and I'll be really happy when they win. I still know nothing makes me celebrate though, like when Liverpool win. Though.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing gets to me like a Liverpool victory. It's the weirdest feeling that's unexplainable. I don't know. I can't explain it. And when I knew it was out of control, and when I knew that there was a real problem that I had.
That is so true, Lakers. I can't even lie.
Big up
so
Lakers as well. Big up Lakers.
Because I've got a daughter, and boy.
The reason why I say this is I'm not just saying it outlandishly. Obviously, it's only my experience. I say it from an experience of, as I said to you, look, God rest her soul, when it was my nana's 90th birthday, it was the day Stevie G had that moment and Liverpool lost to Chelsea, and I knew we weren't going to win the league. And when it ruined my nana's birthday, that I could not pick myself up, and everybody in my family was like, all right, it's time to get over it now. And I didn't take their advice. I got annoyed at them for having the cheek to tell me to get over it. And that was when I realized there was a problem. Do you get what I'm saying? Within me, of how I feel about how emotionally connected I am to Liverpool, that it affected me enjoying the rest of my nana's birthday. Do you get what I mean? And when I deeped it afterwards, I was like, yeah, this has too much of a hold over me. Like
I had a big falling out with my missus on that day as well.
Do you get what I'm saying? It has way too much of a hold over me.
All right. So, little disclaimer. When little man was born, Kyrie, right? So I'm trying to think of the exact time. I'm not going to go into the exact time, but you guys could probably guess.
In advance, sorry to cut you, Matt, that you were having a boy?
Yeah, so I knew in advance, but I'm gonna get to I say to the juicy bit, yeah. On the day he was born on a Saturday, yeah. Bruv, you know on Saturday Liverpool play him. So when after Kai was born, yeah, I swear down, I'm not gonna release the exact time because you could probably kind of guess. Drift, did you not get a phone call on that Saturday? And think of the time when you got that phone call. What's the first thing I said to you before anything? What's the first thing I said to you? Can you remember? When I called you.
I think it was, don't quote me on this if I'm wrong, people. I think it was something along the lines of, what was the score? Did you see the game or something like that?
Bruv, I swear down, yeah. I think Jiff was like...
I think that's what you said to me.
I think Jiff was like, bruv, like, how did it go? And I was like, no, but I said, no, bruv, what's the score? Do you know what the score is? And Jiff was like, bruv, and I was like, I need to know the score. I said, everything's right on my end. I need to know the score, though. Bro, when I say to you, you know, when you think back and you think to myself, like, raw, like Liverpool, like, they just got a hold on people differently. Like the way we like kind of go crazy for this team. Even obviously with you, Kyle, with and this ain't even bait, even with the nicknames and things like that, bro. It just goes to show you like how much like it means, isn't it?
The nickname doesn't stop with just Stevie and Robbie, you know. Like all my godchildren have got nicknames as well.
But this is what I'm saying.
My niece and my nephew got nicknames
bro,
as well.
It's mad, bro. I can't even explain it. Like it's something that all of us have it in different ways. Like every single one of you in the chat probably have it in some weird way where like, I don't know, you could be doing something, but you're more concerned about Liverpool or the first thing. It's mad.
Sorry to cut you, man. I needed that still. I needed that. I needed that.
Oh, you know what? I hate this. You know when you're family and you tell someone something and because they're family, they don't listen to you. Has that ever happened to you, lot?
Come on.
Say that again, bro. Say that again, sir.
You know when you're family and you tell somebody something and because you're family, like they act like it don't mean nothing to them. and they just shake it off, and they act like what you said is a minor. And if somebody else says the exact same thing that you've been saying, and then that person is excited or happy for it,
when you say
appreciative of it.
When you
I
say
have been telling Cal his goalie game is good for years, and he's never once gave two shit.
When you say you smirk when you say it.
You don't say it like you mean it. You don't say it like you mean it.
Let's not lie here. I mean it.
I don't know, bro. I'm just being honest.
No.
You do the whole, it's all right, bro. You'll be all right next time. That's how you say it, bro.
Oh, you're saying
not every time.
Don't worry,
not
man. You got a goatee. That's how you say it. Don't worry, man. You got a goatee.
No, not every time. Not every time. There's times that I'm being honest and I'm being real, and man don't care about my opinion. Man doesn't care that I'm giving man the big up or nothing. I see you. I see our family work. I see you. I see you.
No, I need that. I was even getting some stick from the missus about how like my hair and my face is looking at the moment. So I needed that still. I might even just clip that up and send it to her in a WhatsApp message. Just let her know the levels.
Oh man.
But no, back to Mo. No fear. We got no fears about him, right?
No. I think he'll be right.
Like I said, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think he'll be right. I think Mo will be right. One thing I think as a footballer, obviously we won't understand it, but I think, like when Mane was talking about AFCON and how much it means to him, I think we should never underestimate, and I'm sure you guys don't, underestimate what it means to just play for your country. Like, how we always think, because for us, club football, innit? Club football, right? But for a player, remember, representing your country is probably bigger than playing for a club team. Remember, your country. That means in your country, you are seen as one of the best they have to offer. Yeah. That's massive for them.
Guys, if I'm wrong on this one, then completely shut me down. But I think what's a little bit difficult for us as English people, if your heritage isn't English, but you were born here and grew up here and kind of had to go through the abuse and the segregation that we've had to deal with, we find ourselves like in a middle detachment that maybe is why we're not as capable of understanding what it's like when that attachment is just fully there. Do you get what I mean? I don't know if you lot understand, if I'm articulating what I'm trying to say properly.
No, exactly what you mean.
I think that's what a lot of British ethnic people have that slight struggle with, of like, you feel like one thing and the other thing, and you're kind of torn a little bit, so you don't have that true kind of connection. Like if you're Senegalese and you were born in Senegal and you were raised in Senegal, there's just nothing else but that right there. Do you get what I mean? And like, you were always accepted and loved and whatever for the whole. Do you get what I mean? So it's there's no detachment for you at all. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because there's a big difference between being British and being English. There's a very big difference. You get what I'm trying to say? So I think that's the easiest way to kind of say it, because you might not have that same kind of connection, so to speak. I don't speak for myself, and I don't have that connection in it. Like, my connection is not with the UK. Not saying that or English as that. It's not saying like I don't like it, but I don't have that love connection kind of thing. It's not like that. For me, it's other countries, innit? Like my heritage. I think that's for me. But other people different.
But the thing is, there is still a connection in that it's still the place that you want to live.
Of course. The team I support is in England.
No, but it's like in a battle you also go through, innit? It's weird. It's almost hard to even explain it. But it's weird.
Yeah, I think obviously the Euros kind of solidified that, unfortunately, the way it ended.
You just confirmed everything I needed to know. Nice, confirmed everything.
It's sad. I even see shout out to Kev in the comments as well, saying that when Ireland were in a I think I missed a comment, but basically all the people in Ireland came together.
Facts. That's so true, Ali. Facts.
Yeah, just came together. It's a shame that it should be you win together, you lose together, but unfortunately it doesn't happen in England.
Nah, it don't. When things go pear-shaped, you realize what side people are on. You know them ones there.
Very true. And read out some super chats and get on to the next topic, boys. Jamrock says maybe those other fans don't entertain Ephry. No, I hear you, Jamrock. Again, we got to touch on what we see in it. Remember, we're kind of commentators in this, so if we are seeing a narrative kind of being written and spoken about, it's our job to kind of speak about it. Whether we're right or wrong in our approach and what we say, but it's kind of our job to speak about it. Matt's Hairline says, I'll put the link in the chat if you want to watch it. We'll subscribe to the channel, bro. So we'll watch that video. Sam Matt's Legends, big up to yourself. Says, love you guys. Big up, great show. Next few weeks will show how stupendous Klopp is. He will ensure Mane and Salah are fired up and ready for an assault on City. Klopp will tell Pep, we're running up on you, aka House of Pain style. I hope so.
Do you not think we can crack Pep enough that maybe City might drop some points? While we're trying to be as positive as possible, do you think that we can get in his head? Yeah,
more than you can believe.
I don't even need to say nothing. You know when pictures do the talking.
I am, yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like his mentality is impregnable.
Not over yet.
Should I tell you what it is? Should I tell you what it is? Should I tell you what it is?
Like his mentality is impregnable, and it makes me worried it's not possible to make him bottle it. Do you get what I'm saying?
All right, imagine this year, 17-18 season, when we were far from the complete team. Remember how Pep was looking at us in the Champions League over 2 legs? That's just over 2 legs, you know. Remember, over the 2, he was like, Liverpool, so speed, Mane, Salah.
Because we beat them in we're the only team that beat them in the league that year as well.
But did you see how shook he was? And we were far from the complete team then, remember, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's now win the Champions League, beat his team, and not only that, make a great addition. He would never say it openly. He would never say it publicly. I can tell you right now, he knows it's not over because he knows that we are capable. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we are capable of putting an amazing run together, and we are also capable of beating them. Because I kind of feel like when Liverpool play Man City, wherever it's home or away, for whatever reason, us two teams, it don't matter who's home or away. Sometimes I just feel like whoever plays better on the day will win that game. Because we kind of just go headstrong at each other. We don't really care. We don't care if you're at home. We're still going to play you the same way. They don't care if we're at home, but they're going to play us the same way. So I think Pep knows, bro. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah, but maybe. I mean, maybe. I mean, if somebody can rack my memory, then fair enough. But I just don't. Pep's never bottled a title race. Like the year we won it, it wasn't a race. Do you get what I mean? Like Pep's never actually bottled a title race. Like, yeah, maybe people could say like the Champions League final week over 40 and little things like that. Yeah. But a title race that's over a marathon, not a sprint of a one-off game. Pep's never bottled a title race. So like, I don't know. It's hard for me to believe he's going to bottle this one. Do you get what I'm saying?
I try not to focus too much on, even though history plays a big thing. Remember, records are also there to be kind of broken as well. And even though, even though you're right what you're saying, because what you're saying is historically correct. I just think every now and again, there's going to be that time where things won't go to plan. It might happen and it might not. But what I do like is it's not a closed chapter, bro. It's still open.
No, I hear that. I hear that.
PR says drift, but right now Salah has that fire that will help. I will let him play 30 minutes v Burnley. I will understand giving Mane the mini vacation. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Pete, I did say maybe bring Salah on at the end of the Burnley game to give him a little bit of rhythm. Yeah, I did, but but like I said, you got to save him from himself a little bit.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know what I mean? Think about his legs come like March, April. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Hisham says Salah's been managing his minutes while playing. He didn't do defensive duties for Egypt. That he is doing for Liverpool. I agree.
Maybe still strenuous though. Yeah, it's still strenuous. Even though I agree with what you're saying, Hisham.
He definitely doesn't get told to work as hard for Egypt as he does for Liverpool. But he was chasing a lot of pointless balls as well, though. Remember that, like, you know what I mean. So,
Tonic says, "Is anyone else surprised about how much Klopp is praising Diaz? He's normally more measured. Keep it in your pants." You probably seen him in training and thought, "I knew this guy was good, but he's different."
Not even just that, you can't help it if you've been waiting all day for dinner, that when you finally get it, you might pray a little longer. That's all he's doing. He's excited, bro.
I think he knows the
grace is a little bit longer when you've been waiting all day. You know what I mean? Like,
big up Ryan LFC.
Big up Ryan. What's going on, bro?
Pimp in Distress says, I think Mo wants to bury the disappointment by being Prem top goal scorer, so wants every game possible. Maybe, but as Drift keeps on saying, got to save him for himself. And it's about the team. Yeah. It's about the team as well. We're a better team with Mo in it than Mo being physically capable of getting through the game than him not being. Matt's Hairline says, Matt, you need to revive your Insta.
I might get Matt Hayline to run my Insta, bro, because he probably has more followers than me right now. You know them ones. Now, big up Matt's hairline. That sounds so weird, even when I say that. You know, Matt's hairline. Let me just say my own hairline. My own hairline. Thank you, my bro.
Cat Sunday says, Cal, what celebrations you done in the street? I've never celebrated. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had a fight, and that's the way I like to live my life. I've never celebrated a street fight.
Street fight, you know.
You don't celebrate a street fight.
You don't celebrate a street fight.
You're just relieved that you're alive.
If you come away unscathed, that's your celebration.
You get home as quick as possible, and you look up to the heavens and say, "Thank you, big man." Shout out to Matt Hairline.
This sounds bad, you know. Wait, big up whoever you are, though. My hairline, whoever you are, though. Big up, respect, man.
Pimp in Distress says, "Did you see CR7 is now CR37?" As Matt would say, the disrespect.
Is that what he is now? CR37.
Other time, man, you can't fight it.
It's
man.
true. No, you can't. Only LeBron James can.
Unless, did you lot see Ibra doing his daily routine?
I saw that.
Bro,
he's built different, man.
That's the reason why he's still playing top level football at 41 years old.
That's the martial arts in his brain, bro. I'm telling you, that man don't stop. Don't stop.
Yeah.
LFC Aaron says, What was that when the woman was winding you up, Drift?
Was that when the woman was winding the woman? What in regards to...
yes, it was. Right. Remember the story about there being someone in my house on my nan's birthday who was saying Liverpool's gonna lose.
Yes. I was thinking what's he alluding to.
She was on a wind up. I don't want to be disrespectful because it was somebody there's mum, but she was really winding me up, bro. Yeah.
Drifty says, which youngest in the last 20 years has hyped you as Harvey in Liverpool? Me, I'd go with Harvey, Sterling, Gomez, Curtis, Trent in that order.
I'd
go Sterling at the top.
In the last 20 years, are we gonna put people like Owen in there?
2002, Owen was already established, bro.
Oh yeah. Flip it. Let's see no time fly.
That's
you know,
mad, innit?
That's crazy that you just said that.
Owen because really established it in 2002.
Because Owen was 96 in it, 96, 97 times in it.
97.
Yeah, 96, 97 times, bro. Okay,
I would put Trent above everybody other than maybe.
No, do you know why I did? All right, for you, I can't even tell you. That's your order.
You have to remember,
because I didn't know the hype on him.
Broke into the team.
I didn't know the hype.
That's what I mean. So
for me,
I didn't know about Trent's hype or anything before he played.
Yeah,
but then within a few games, I was like, "Wow, this kid looked brilliant." Do you get what I mean?
I thought, I get what you're saying. I thought he looked sick, but I'm gonna be honest though. Even when I saw man play first couple of games, bro, I thought he was gonna be good, but I didn't know he was gonna be generational.
I didn't know he was going to be generational, but I think that's more his position. Because a right back's never anything to get that, like Gary Neville said, like Carragher said, no one grows up wanting to be Gary Neville. It's not a glamorized position until now.
Yeah.
And that's actually what Trent has done, isn't it?
That comment is
disrespect is mad, you know.
I don't get Carragher's shade is untouchable. I'm not gonna lie. He's
Neville's go. Him and Neville go. I hate to say it. Neville. I like the way how they kind of go back and forth. Him and Neville.
I'm gonna be real. I think Sterling's top of that list. When Sterling. Everyone, because of how he left and the manner of everything, Sterling in the academy was something. He was doing a madness.
He was doing crazy stuff, bro. That's what
I remember the hype around him, but for me, Matt will remember it weren't for me, because I remember when he was in the starting lineup for a Merseyside derby, and I rang Matt and I was like, "What the fuck is Brendan Rodgers doing?"
I remember, and I was like, "Bro, he's calm."
What is Brendan Rodgers doing,
bro?
Sterling, you ain't got it.
Bro,
like, I was not impressed.
I tried to convince him, you know. Man was sitting on the phone convincing, man.
I'd watched him in the unders, and I thought he was going to be one of them players who was just not capable of transferring it from that level to this level.
Bro.
Yeah, I genuinely did not think Sterling had it, bro.
He's been honest. And to be fair, you can't see that in every player, because again,
Sterling was built different.
I didn't see that in Trent, bro. You see that when you think of Trent. I didn't see this hype. No way.
Not to this
level.
No way. Like, I thought Sterling would have gone on to be like one of the world's best. I didn't think Trent would go on to be one of the world's best.
Yeah, I thought Sterling was going to be world class. I genuinely thought he could be. Basically, I thought if he keeps developing the way he's developing, bro, the
He's gonna be
sky's
one
the
of the
limit
best.
for my man.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit, bro, because he's got everything that you need.
But
All he
man was
needed at that time was composure.
I was
That's all
scoring
he
I
needed.
never-
5
I
goals
never
in the
saw it,
game at
man.
the age of like 16 and all that.
Yeah.
That's
I just
dumb.
I didn't. I was way more hyped over Curtis than I was Sterling.
Shall I tell you one thing though? One of the biggest hypes we've ever had as a club in recent memory, and I hate to say it, and it didn't work well for him, was Brewster and I, bro.
No, you're forgetting one, Matt.
I agree. I think Ibe is more talented than Sterling. I just don't think he had.
No, do you know what it is?
Danny Pacheco.
Yeah. No. Actually, do you know what? Suso. That was somebody that I was
more hyped than Suso.
Maybe.
I'm saying somebody who I thought was going to go on and be like an absolute G. Like Suso, I thought Suso was proper going to come true and just ball out for Liverpool.
Oi, Kometio, bro!
No, I was never convinced with Kometio.
No.
Propaganda.
No, but the PR.
No, but it got us for a little while.
Bro, they didn't know.
You guys knew my feelings towards.
No. They done the wickedest PR for my man. They were like, oh, Liverpool don't need to buy a centre back because Fabinho is going to be the fourth choice.
They actually did Kometio a real disservice. They actually put a lot more pressure on him.
Do you know who I did get carried away with? Flanagan. I fully drank the Flanagan Kool-Aid. 100%. 100%.
Martin Kelly was another one for me. I was high on Martin Kelly.
Yeah. I remember
Martin Kelly, you know, the right back.
I'll be honest. If Martin Kelly wasn't sold by Brendan Rodgers, I think his career would have turned out different. Brendan did a couple of those kids kind of dirty, you know.
You think so?
I don't know, because he was also good at giving a kid a chance. So I don't know.
Nah, Billy the Kid is still the one that the way they built man up, you know, like he's 17. But all they kept on saying is he's a giant. I'm like, yeah, we get that, but like, what about his
actually no? Do you know what the biggest hype ever has got to be Sepp Vandenberg? They told us he was better than De Ligt.
Yeah, but we knew that was just.
We knew that, but the PR was in full effect.
You believed
I wanted to believe. No, I said I wanted to believe it. They told us he was better than De Ligt.
There was a part of me that thought this guy could be sick. I thought he was gonna be sick, you know.
He was tall. I was thinking, right, you know what I'm saying?
But he's doing it right now.
Hey, don't get me started on this guy.
Apparently, he's doing
it. What?
Remember Christian Nemeth? Oh my gosh, bro.
No, we might have to do a members video on this, you know.
Yeah, bro, there's been a lot.
Andre Wisdom.
There's been a lot still.
Yeah, he went. João Teixeira. They were trying to say man's the next Deco, fam. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, yeah, Jari is a baller still. I remember I was gassed up over Jari.
Eccleston.
Ojo.
Yeah. Bag of players.
They were showing us pictures of Ojo at 15 with his girlfriend. I'm like, why do I know what this boy's girlfriend looks like? And he's only 15 years old. Like, so yeah.
I said Jay Spearing, you know.
Neil Tom Ince was another one.
Bro, Tom Ince.
Yeah.
We were trying to get him back at one point. Remember when he done
could have been better. His decisions, I think, made his career go the way it did.
Samid Yazil.
Bro, remember Thiago and Laurie when we bought him and Sacco at the same time? Bro, we never saw Laurie play no first team games, fam.
Adam Morgan was meant to be the next Fowler.
Oh yeah, the left foot in it.
Adam Morgan.
Hey, hold on. What was
Stewart?
What was our centre back? Stewart. What was our centre back called? And he looks like Wes Morgan a little bit.
Andre Wisdom.
He came through with a lot of promise. Andre Wisdom came through with a lot of promise.
He was a right back.
Jerome Sinclair's another one.
Bro,
he went and balled out for thingy though.
He didn't ball out for no one, fam.
He didn't
ball out for no one.
No, I'm sure he went to the championship.
No, remember he left on a free to go to Watford, fam, because he thought he was going to get first team football. Remember,
who
Jerome?
am I thinking of then?
Ryan Kent. I still think Ryan Kent should have got a chance at Liverpool.
I think Ryan Kent had that ball of swagger.
Him and Harry Wilson are the two I think should have got a chance.
I think Ryan Kent still has it though. I think he had it.
Well, guys, when I saw Harry Wilson setting up Carvalho against Man City, I just thought, cheers. Have you seen the FA Cup game? Because that's how the goal was. How they scored their goal in it. The goal was made in Liverpool.
Can I tell you the
left back? Do you remember the left back that pocketed Walcott in his debut?
Who?
Robinson.
Oh, the left back, bro. He started off all right. I think was it Jack Robinson?
Jack Robinson. He's at Sheffield United, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, here's another one, and I never understood the hype, and I'm just being genuinely honest. Jordan Rossiter, I thought he was clapped from early. That
I'm not
sounds
gonna
so
lie.
bad, man. Let me take that back. Let me not say
I
clap.
used to.
Let me not say
my
clap.
little
Bruv,
phrase
he was
for
the
him
most. I think Spearing was better than Rossiter. No cap.
Might have
Alright.
been. My little phrase for Rossiter is, "Can you smell what the Rossiter is cooking still?"
No way, fam.
I liked Rossiter.
That-
I can't lie.
Did you?
Bro.
I did like Rossiter.
Fam, I thought he was so
No, I liked him
basic,
still.
fam.
Rossiter
I'm
was
not gonna
alright.
lie.
Do you not
Yeah, go on,
remember?
go on.
Do you not remember when we all thought we had the new Michael Owen when Neil Mellor smashed in that volley against Arsenal?
But to be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of did, because at
Yeah,
that time
Mellor.
Neil Mellor had broken all of the records in the academy and stuff.
I
so
know.
it was mad. Cameron Brannigan's another one.
said Saidi, you know, bro.
Do you know what?
Asaidi was a baller, you know.
He just had he just had mad techers, like he could dribble around, but I
He
think
was
end
nice
product
with
maybe
it,
a
man.
little
I'm
bit
telling
iffy.
you, Asaidi was nice with it.
There was something
nice
going
with
on
it.
between him and Brendan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Conor Randall.
Remember Conor Randall, that right back,
Conor
bro.
Randall.
He wasn't the guy, fam.
What was that guy that we had?
I
We could
knew
do this
someone
all
would-
day. Actually, do you know what? Let's do this in the members because we could do this all day. We went off on a mad
Someone
tangent,
brought him
bro.
up. I didn't want to bring him up. Markovic.
No, but he was bought, innit? He was bought.
But he was bought. But I'm not gonna lie, the hype. I'm not gonna lie. The way I called.
Are you like, is Ajari still at Reading?
Yeah, they bought him.
No, but I'm saying, is he still there? Because I haven't checked on him since he left.
Yeah.
Is he still there? Yeah, he is. He is nice with it.
He's the one I thought would have broken out through the academy, especially when Klopp came in. He's the one.
Yeah, he is nice with it. I'm not gonna lie, he's a baller still.
Facts. Yeah. Neil Hayes says Salah will take out an opposition. Hope so. Matt, what's your thoughts on Simicast's crosses? I'm gonna say I'm not gonna get trapped like that.
Simicast is we already know one of the best deliveries in the Prem. I think I said we've got out of the top 5, we've probably got 3 of them: Robbo, Simicast, and Trent. I don't care who the others are, but we definitely got 3 out of 5. 100%, bro.
Probably
pinpoint
say
accurate.
Ward-Prowse and
KDB in it.
Yeah.
KDB.
I'm still struggling to believe whether I think that Simicast wouldn't start for every other team in the Premier League, including Chelsea. I think he's better than
maybe
Chilwell.
City, depending on what Pep wanted to go with. But there's an argument to say
if Pep was doing it right, then Simicast will start for him.
Yeah. Jay Finn says, when I met my wife, I told her if we have a boy his name is going to be Gerard. She said yes to get the ring. 4 years later, she said no to Gerard. I told her Gerard or divorce, we're still married. My guy.
Hey, my G, you know.
My guy. I'm gonna tell you, got to put the foot down. I rate
Trust me.
I like that.
I rate that highly. I don't know if I'd have the balls to do that, but I rate that highly still.
and I've got to respect their gangster as well, because she tried to get out of it when she realized she'd agreed to it.
I rate it still.
That's respect right there, man.
Yafu says Liverpool to avoid squad doing guard of honor. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think they'll be fine with that. They just won't make it. It just look, all of them are boys at the end of the day. Salah knows how it goes. Like, he's not gonna feel like, oh, these men are disrespecting me by giving Salah. He'll probably be one of the first to congratulate Mane.
Oh, hold on, is that what we're gonna do for Mane? I didn't even know. Is that what we're gonna do?
Probably not during a game, but when he comes back
probably,
training,
probably in training they'll probably do the thing. They'll probably do the big, like, you know, the guy that
he should be. As soon as he walks through the door, man should be lifted up and carried around the whole team.
Salah will get involved in that, man. They're
sure
boys, man. They're boys. Like
Ash says, if we keep the gaps to 6 points until Etihad, then it's on. Go there and rain fire on them. I feel like the perfect storm is brewing for a special season.
I agree with that. If we could keep it to 6, what, you know what I mean, until we get to them.
Beat them and bring it down to 3 points.
All I'm saying,
if we do that,
I've designed the FSG in merchandise. I'm ready to go.
All I'm saying is, if we win the league this season, I swear down, we are going to be unbearable to any other team. I'm telling you, no one can talk to us.
Even though that dream scenario, I'm not going to pop the bubble on because I hope it's real. I think there's only 4 games left after the Etihad game, though, which doesn't leave much room.
That's why we have to be on our P's and Q's up until that game.
I get that, but I'm saying 4 games to be perfect, and they've got to lose 2 games.
I'm gonna be real. Difficult. If it gets to Etihad and we could take it down to 3 points, I will be a nervous wreck, bro. Because that is like literally that's the game right there, you know. That's the game where it's like
I'm looking forward to the running. I want this. I want the war, bro. I want the
no,
war.
of course.
I still want us to concentrate on the cups, but I fully get where you lot are coming from.
A couple of weeks ago, Man City thought they were going to walk the league. You ain't walking nothing. You're going to run to the finishing line and then cramp when you cross it.
But the key is,
guys, there's 17 games left. Let's calm down. We haven't pushed them yet.
The key is we have to do our thing, though, because it's all right, Man City getting a draw and then like we get a draw or we lose. If we do our thing, bro, it's on. It's on, you know.
Okay, there's 6 games left after that game. Okay, fair enough.
There's enough time then. There's all right then. We move.
I thought it was 4, but there's 6. Fair enough.
Matt's hairline says, Matt, I'll happily run it 50k plus followers.
Is that what he's got at the moment? 50k plus followers?
No, I think he's saying that it'll make sure you get to that.
I was gonna say, fam, you might have to just take over the thing, fam. I'm giving a range right now. If you got 50k, you can up my one, bro. Like,
we'll just see Matt come back after a hiatus and he'll be like, bro, it weren't even Turkey I went, bro. Man took me somewhere. I was blindfolded. I don't even know where I was, but man's like, man, come on, the biggest afro, man. Like,
hey, bro, I swear down. If I get that, if I did get that transplant, just know I'm coming back with the biggest afro. Trust me.
It'll be like a Squid Games thing. Man won't even know where he went, bro. Man just been bagged and knocked out, blood.
Trust me. Facts. I don't care, bro. Facts.
Promo says FSG should catch Mo now that he's vulnerable. Offering 300k a week should be enough. But for real, Mo will come back stronger. He's a mentality monster. Yeah, he will. He'll be fine. Matt Bickerzette says, seen Jota put in strings on his boots the last game. Springs in his boots the last game.
Matt Bickerzette, I'm trying to think even with that picture, you know. You man are undefeated, bruv. I swear down. It don't matter where man is, you man will find the pictures, you know.
Jamrock says academy or doesn't matter. If not, it's 20-year-old Coutinho. Yeah, 20-year-old Coutinho was a problem still.
Oh, he was different.
With the curly hair. I remember when he dealt with Emerson Boyce at Wigan, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's cold."
But he was 19 when we bought him, right?
Oh, remember we had the Warrior kit. Remember, as the Warrior kit. Them
I don't know if you remember, Matt, but at the time, I was just it's Schneider or nothing. I don't even remember. Like I was like, it's Schneider or nothing. Like all I want is Schneider. I don't care what we do. I just want Schneider. And then when I got wind of Coutinho and Sturridge, it was like my whole world changed. I was like, so hold on a minute. Well, that little kid for Inter Milan that batted up Arsenal, I think it was, or Man United, or one, no, it was Tottenham. It was one that batted up one of them, man, in the Champions League. And I was like, and Daniel. I was like, hold on. So what are you telling me? I'm finally going to get to see Daniel in a Liverpool kit. And my whole thing just changed, boy. And when you deep it, that's one of the best transfer windows in Liverpool's history. To bring in Sturridge and Coutinho in one window, you didn't know it at the time. But if you think about what he went on to mean for the club, that was one of our best windows, man.
Facts.
Another January window that was as well.
Another January window, man.
Yeah.
Johnny 10 Gun says Sterling went to my school. He was different then. I could imagine he dealt with people horrible in the playground. Can imagine. Aspect Limited says, big up you, man. As content creators, you're exceptional and the balance on this show is perfect. Your work rate is different. You did a 4-hour stream during winter break. This channel is now part of my Liverpool fan experience. So big up yourself.
All right, big up, man. Appreciate that's love, bro. That's love.
Big up to all of you guys. Look, we give you the content, but you guys are the ones that keep us going. You guys support us. So big up to you guys.
You guys have to watch it. You have to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? We can't do nothing. So big up to you lot. You lot are the guys and the ladies, man.
50 says Harvey's the youngest Premier League debutant at 15 years and 174 days. That's crazy.
That's mad, you know.
Crazy.
That's mad, bro.
At full a minute,
yeah. John says, damn, we had so many dead ballers, man.
We did. I'm not gonna lie, fam. At one point, we hurting. You know, them ones there. We used to hurt when we couldn't even get
overhype these players as well.
Yes, all the time.
You know, sometimes when it just weren't meant to be. Because if you go and look at what Asbaz and Thingy are doing,
Lewis Alberto,
which at the time we thought was like, oh my god, what are we doing? Alberto's still badding it up for Lazio, you know. Yeah. And like we saw what Aspas did. Didn't he get top goal scorer or something in one season in La Liga?
Was
so like
different. For Salah.
Shall I tell you what
It
the
just
problem
weren't meant
was?
to be, innit? It just weren't meant to be in England. But then, man, they were still good players.
At the time.
I don't even think it was to English. I'll tell you what it was. It was like us buying. I'm trying to think of who I can use as names without it being. It's like us having Curtis Jones and Elliott and then being first teamers week in, week out. Now we wouldn't be satisfied with that. But because we've got players like Thiago, Hendo, Naby, Fabinho, those men can come in and surround themselves with the rest of the top guys in it. Whereas back then,
Yeah, that is true.
Facts,
had to
facts,
play
facts.
in it because we didn't have anything else. So
Yeah,
there's a squad
that's
depth
true.
that was the issue. They were just
my bad.
done
Yeah.
dirty. You're cool, man.
Especially when you think about Sterling only got in the team because there wasn't anyone.
Yeah,
There
because
was
the
no
lack of players.
Because there wasn't anyone there. Like we
And
had to play.
if anyone
Yeah.
remembers Sterling's first season, it was tough on him, and even to the point of at the start of the second season, he wasn't the starter. He only really came into the team around sort of December time, and then when
It was the Everton game, Cal.
Bro.
I think that was the game that changed his whole season around. I'm sure it was.
Victor
see,
Moses
this-
who was starting.
Do you know how I really felt for Sterling? Do you remember this? Obviously we stole. We sold Suarez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Sterling had a couple of games where he played up front? Do you remember?
Do you remember the formation? It was a 3-4-3. It was Lallana and Coutinho in a 2 behind Sterling up top.
Emre Can, right sided centre back, and all them things there. But it was peak.
Sent a shiver down my body, and not in a good way, man. Pete Al said, watch Dark Side of Football by Shark Does Sports. Sharks Does Sports is a great channel, by the way.
Okay, I didn't even know about them. So
after watching, I lost a lot of respect for Brendan, what he did to Henok. That Henok interview is fantastic. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Henok's one of our old players from the academy, and he was in there with Sterling.
I was it. Yeah.
It is an absolutely incredible interview. If anyone doesn't subscribe to Sharks Does Sports, make sure you do that and check out that interview because it's absolutely fantastic. Fantastic interview, and it gives a lot of insight as to what a lot of these academy players go through, and takes a lot of balls to be an academy footballer and to make it in the professional game. It really does. And he went through a lot, hell of a lot. Rahil says, I was in a local pub in East London, Essex 3 years ago, and I see Adam Morgan there. I was stunned because it was so random. He moved down here with his bird. I didn't even know that.
I didn't even know what he was doing, you know.
Unknown says there are not enough likes, people. Yeah, almost 900 of you guys. Let's get the likes up, please, people.
Come on,
Trust
man.
me. The likes up, please.
Trust me.
Mario says Pacheco and Bobby Duncan. Yeah, Bobby Duncan his agent messed him up, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Morgan has the same barber as me as well. Rail, next time you see him, ask him if he wants to do a little appearance on Kopish.
Yeah, a little plug there. You know what I'm saying?
I know a couple guys that could host him on the channel still. Amit says, "Big up, guys! First time watcher. Have you seen Declan Rice is being compared to Stevie? I was disgusted. Moyd said it, and now it's a thing.
Really?
Firstly, Amit, thank you for watching. If Moyes has compared him to Stevie Gerrard, it's very silly. But I do rate Declan Rice highly. You're not going to get any Declan Rice disrespect from me. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but
Declan Rice. I rate him.
Remember I told you yesterday.
I
rate him. He's a little bit of an awkward footballer in his style, but obviously he's a good footballer. There's no doubt.
I think he's a very good player.
The 80 million price tag is probably going to end up being a bit of a hamperance maybe on his progression. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, he's no one will ever be Stevie G though. So
never.
Matt's hairline says, Matt, I'll make my profile pic. Do
you want to know something? See, when I see that picture, it reminds me of that film. What's it? Is it Undercover Brother?
Undercover Brother.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought he was going to say it reminds me of my school pictures.
How can you do me like that, fam?
Because, bro, I'm in the same boat. You think I don't have school pictures like that, bro? I've got school pictures like that, bro. With the perfect afro, bro. With the afro comb that folds away and you can just put in your pocket.
In school, I was the.
Do you remember when Kyle used to try and come to the studio with it stuck in his head? He'd be like, yeah, all right, show up.
Don't lie.
Of course. I'm trying to think, what's that studio? I'm trying to think what stage I was at.
This one, yeah? You mean this one?
Man, still got it, you know?
Wow.
Man,
see them things there.
Gotta do what you gotta do, homie.
Yeah, okay. But you know what? If I give it out, I've got to take it back, innit? Fair play. Cal got me.
Man's actually got the thing on deck.
Dinesh says, I have to, before I come on stream, I got to sort myself out as best as I can with this monstrosity going on.
Yeah. When you got the head top to do that, bruv, I'm sure it's all right, innit? So, you know. Some of us just got to come out our beards.
Yeah, I know, Matt. This is what I mean. This is why I don't take it from you, family members. This is why T just made me feel special today. Like, Dinesh says, evening, gentlemen. I had a dream Coutinho will score the winner against City in injury time. 10 seconds left, score a banger, win the league. Have they got? If I'll be honest, I'm gonna say there is
no way you're telling me Aston Villa at home, Aston Villa away is Pep's last game of the season.
Is it actually?
No,
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check now.
I'm gonna be real. If I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think because it's too much.
No,
bro.
The last game of the season at the Etihad is against Aston Villa.
It doesn't even matter.
Oh wow!
It's still Villa.
We're winning the league still.
And hold on. So Gerrard, Coutinho,
we're winning the league.
Ollie Watkins, Danny Ings.
We're winning the league. We're winning it. We're winning it.
I'm not gonna lie. If we win the league, I can't do. Guys,
there's a long way to go. Let's reel it in.
We need to calm down. We need to
calm down.
No, let's just win our games and have that conversation.
Let's beat Leicester first. Yeah, let's calm down.
In my life, I'm gonna see a quadruple. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. I'm believing it already.
I thought it was meant to be when Coutinho bent one in the bottom corner against City in 13-14, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, to be fair. Yeah,
I'm going to be real with you, yeah? You see Coutinho does something in that last game to secure us the league? Gets the keys to the City, bro. He gets the keys
so you will forgive him, or will you? Okay.
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I would fully forgive Coutinho, bro.
You know what? Fully. You know what? Yeah, if that absolute madness happened, you know we got to do in it. We got to get Cal a Coutinho shirt, and we're shaving FSG in the back of his head.
I'm down.
Was he gonna do it?
Yes, but in the back of my head, not the top.
Okay.
No. You wouldn't be able to even see it in the top anyway.
Yeah, what about FSG? What about FSG in tattoo?
I wouldn't do a tattoo. But I've already.
You wouldn't do that.
I'll get a headband. I'll get a headband.
Headband. No, Cal, you know what? There's actually a brilliant new tattoo company where it's not a permanent tattoo, but it does last for a month. Would you get one of those?
I'm down.
All right.
That's a lot. But where's the tattoo though?
I'll get it on my forearm. I'll get FSG
forearm.
No, FSG in on your neck, Cal. But low enough that you can put on the neck. Low enough so a shirt collar can cover it, but a football collar can't. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be careful.
So when he's at work, he can hide it, and then when he's on the show, he can't.
I think forearm is kind of because I think forearm. But if you want to do,
but you can hide the forearm too easy.
Bruv, not on stream. On one side,
but he has to show that though. He has to show
on
that.
One side, I'll have FSG, and on the other forum, I'll just have like on the other.
I need man to have FSG life over the belly button, like.
No, that's man ain't touching my label, bro.
You know that Tupac where Tupac had Fog Life. I need Cal to have FSG life over the belly.
Way too much.
Don't get too far now. Don't get too far now. We're winning the league.
FSG for life.
Just know if Coutinho scores against us in the run up to the end of the league.
Oh no, let's not do that bit.
Anyhow, if I ever hear one of you man defend him again, it's war on sight.
He won't score against us, you know. He won't.
Full out war, bro. I'll walk down the street with you randomly.
He won't do it. I'm not gonna lie though.
Matt, please stop pissing in the wind, bro. Blow it, man.
It's not, bro. Remember, I don't affect them, man. They do what they want.
Anyhow, bro. Liam Kenny says, "Remember Bogdan?" Unfortunately, I do.
Right, Bogdan.
Matt's hairline says, "You boys should do a collab with Anfield Agenda." We've collabed with Anfield Agenda. Collab with him. Check the archives. Come on, people. Check the archives. Not many people in the industry ain't working.
Check the catalog, bro.
El Lad says Fabio Carvalho joining Elliott next season. Whew. It's gonna be nice.
Indeed.
A-Spec says, is there an AFCON in 2023 after the World Cup? No idea how they are.
There is. I'm not sure where it is going to be held. There is. Yeah, I think there is, bro.
The reason why it happened this year was because it was pushed back from the pandemic. Remember, it was meant to be a while ago. Yeah. But what is kind of mad in a good, I don't know, not mad in a good way, but it's in the summertime. It won't disrupt the season. But what it does mean is that they won't get no time off. That's what's going to be crazy. They won't get any time off, but it's in the summertime. It's not in winter.
Yeah.
Matt got you. Go watch Driftzilla versus Kong. Yeah, you should watch it, Matt.
I need to watch that for real.
Ash says Diaz 20 minutes, 1 assist. Sancho 17 games, no assist. Also, just seen today, if Klopp doesn't sign a new deal, we have less than 100 games with him as boss.
Let's not talk about that right now. Let's just think about this season.
I'm trying to stay positive about that more than I am anything. That Klopp is rebuilding the new generation and he's going to stick around for it. Like I really, really hope. What my dream scenario is that the season finishes and on July the 1st, Klopp, Salah, Mane and Bobby all get new deals. Like there's just like a group picture.
You're asking for a lot, but
looking like New Jack City and that like.
Diaz gives me hope that we might do something.
We want Jodeci to go on tour again too, huh? We want everything.
Bro, Casey and Jojo are coming back, bro. So there you go, bro. Dreams do come true, Cal.
I don't know. Mario says, how would you feel if FSG sells Salah this winter and bring in Haaland as his replacement and pay him what Mo was asking for and more? I'd be livid.
I'd be disrespect.
What is funny though is that as soon as Cal read Haaland, he did go up a bit.
Yeah, I know.
This is how Cal read it. It's like, how would you feel if they sell Salah? Ooh, and then bring in Haaland?
I just know what Haaland would be for our
got
team,
that soft spot for Haaland, fam.
Yeah, I just know what it'd be for our team.
Yeah, Salah ain't going nowhere, man.
LFC Aaron says Damien Plessis.
Damien Plessis.
That was my guy. Johnny Tengun says, did you hear AFCON again next year?
Yeah, they say run it back. They're doing it again.
Because obviously it's meant to be every 2 years, isn't it? Because they missed last year, so it's just back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
Hopefully Mo can do it next year.
Mo's only got to wait a year to do it, innit? Yeah.
But imagine if Mane actually goes back to back.
If Mane runs it back to back, they better do a parade in Liverpool.
Yeah, for real.
Now, if Mane runs it, if Mane does it back to back, there needs to be a serious conversation about his status and where he's ranked, you know, just in general, or at least like the African players, like, at least, you know.
If Mane does back to back AFCON, in my opinion, he's the best African player of all time.
Because obviously, because that's what I was gonna say. Because you got like your Samuel Eto'o, then your Drogba, then obviously
if Mane wins the AFCON back to back, he's the greatest African player of all time.
I can't even say that.
Very good argument.
That's a very good debate to have. I can't even lie.
Dom says this channel gives me life. Big up you, man. Big up to yourself.
Big up, man. Big up, bro.
All right, boys. Let's move to the last topic before obviously we speak about the FPL. Last topic of the evening. Mr. Elliott, or should I say Master Elliott? The boy is back, and he was back with a bang. Had his dad in the crowd crying tears of joy.
Yeah. That was emotional, man. That was cool to see, man. That was brilliant.
Guys, I'm gonna be such a hypocrite right now because you know my thoughts on playing young players too much or overplaying young players and not burning them out.
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott. Does he have to be one of the first names on the team sheet going forward for the rest of the season? And if so, could he be the difference maker in what we potentially missed in some of the games so far this season?
Yes and yes. It's as simple as that. Yes and yes.
I don't know if I say he should be one of the first names on the team sheet. He's definitely going to be integral, in my opinion, whether it's whatever the contribution will be, whether it's off the bench or whether it's starting. I definitely agree with that. Because if I'm being honest with you, you lot know I adore the kid. But if everybody's fully fit, I would probably still go Fabinho, Thiago and Henderson, or Fabinho, Thiago and Naby as the midfield.
Hold on. Stop right there. This was my next question.
I'm gonna need to get involved in this one, you know.
This is my next question.
Yeah.
Let's say we are playing a midfield 3.
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement? Fabinho is the first name on the
Yeah, of course, because he's the
Are we
best
all
in his
in
position.
agreement? Everyone's fit. Thiago is the second.
Yes,
name. All right, now,
yes.
Drift and Matt, feel free to argue amongst yourself. Who's the third name?
Well, as I just said, I'm not going to be stupid. Hendo's form isn't good at the moment. It's not good at the moment. But what is quite confusing to me...
Let me give you guys a bit more room. Go.
What is... All right. Here's what's a bit confusing to me as I say it out loud. And maybe you lot aren't even out of your mind, actually. Because Naby's form at the AFCON wasn't the form he brought back with him. So to be fair...
One game, though, Drift. One game.
No, it was only one game. It was only one game. It was only one game. No, it was only one game. But
you said the form he brought back, bro, must be, but everyone was looking hella rusty, bro. Allow it.
No, so what I'm saying is there is a possibility that maybe Cal's right. That maybe if Naby doesn't pick up the form or Hendo doesn't pick up the form, that Elliott might actually be the one who goes and forces himself into that free for real.
Yeah,
it could be a possibility. Maybe Hendo and Naby are on a timer now to actually find form.
Yeah.
Or maybe Elliott does have to get thrown in. It actually could be real for real, maybe. But then again, Ox was playing well before AFCON, and he has been participating. Is it a bit disrespectful to just toss him to one side now? Look, I just love the fact we've got these options, if I'm being honest. I don't remember the last time we had to make this many decisions.
The question.
No, let me answer. All right. So
I think I answered it.
Before, no, Jeff, don't worry, I got this. We got this, Jeff. I see what Cat's trying to do, but it's all right. So since Elliott's been injured, we've had cheese and onion and salt and vinegar crisps, since he's left. Now
You're
he's
not about
back.
to disrespect salt and vinegar, are you? Because
no.
Okay.
What I'm saying, we only had a choice of two flavors. It don't matter if it's plain or prawn cocktail, whatever. Just had two flavors, Naby's come back, Thiago's back, Elliott's back.
And
now
in there as well.
Ox, and now we got the variety. You know the ones there we got the prawn cocktail, the salt and vinegar, the cheese onion, the plain. Now we got variety. However, I will say this though. Fabinho always starts if he's fit. Thiago always starts if he's fit. For me, that third position in midfield is up for grabs because no one has really grabbed hold of it. And I have to be real. I do genuinely think it's a case of whoever's playing well, you play them. If it's Harvey Elliott, you play him. If he keeps playing well, you play him. Obviously, you rotate kind of thing when you feel like you need to give man a break. But, bruv, if he's the guy in form, you play him, bro. Because let's be real, start of the season, when he was playing out of his skin, we were all saying Harvey Elliott has to start. We were saying he has to start, out of all the midfielders we had available at that time. So why should anything change when he offers something completely different to what we have already? So I'll stress it one more time. Thiago and Fabinho start. That third midfielder is up for grabs. And it might be Harvey Elliott.
Guys, we're not in court right now. I need an answer.
But I just gave an answer.
No, you didn't. None of you
gave answered the question.
I even gave an insight to what packet crisps were opening. Like, what more do you want, fam?
All you guys did was go the long way around saying Thiago and Fabinho are definite starters. And the third man, anyone could grab it, grab the ball by the horns, grab the brass ring. Give me a name, guys.
All right, if you want me to definitively give you a name who I'm starting against Leicester, is Hendo.
All right, and then
against Hendo. Against Leicester. Sorry,
play the Leicester game. Let's say 3 games from now, everyone's still
free game.
Away at Inter Milan is still Hendo.
Matt.
It depends who's in form. If I'm being genuinely honest. No, but we have to. No, but we can't just do the whole I'm gonna name drop. But we have to think about it logically.
You're just giving a name. I'll give my name after you.
First game back? Leicester?
No. I said the third. Let's say in about 3-4 games time, everyone's still fit.
Everyone's still fit.
Who's the third man?
I'm either going Naby Keita or Harvey Elliott, and that's me being genuinely real. Naby Keita or Harvey Elliott.
I'm going Elliott. Saying it.
Matt still didn't give one name, by the way.
No, but we got the best out of him. But here's the thing, Matt. Not even to put you in the
You got away with that one, Matt. I like
Thiago would play on the left of the 3. Where's Naby playing?
Mhm. Hold on. Are we really doing this? Are we really trying to say Thiago can't play on the right or hand side of the midfield and Naby can't play on the left?
No, no. If you're saying, would you play Naby on the right then?
No. So I played Naby on the left of the three, and I played Thiago on the right.
Right.
Yeah. Because I've seen Thiago do that before.
No,
I've seen it before,
I
bro.
would have done it the other way, Matt. But I think
for me,
this is but that's my point.
So I'll tell you why. I would say
no.
Naby left. For me, his relationship with Mane works better for him. I feel like when Mane specifically plays on that left-hand side, they have a good relationship. How they don't need to think about how they play. I feel like on that other side, especially like I know it's only one game back, but he just seemed a little bit unsure of what he wanted to do, in my opinion.
You
he was
say
a
that
bit
though,
unsure.
bro, but at Old Trafford, I'm sure he was on the right, and that's his best game.
If I'm being honest, I can't even remember. It was.
I'm sure he played on the right in that game.
Did he?
Because Milner played on the left of the three, and Hendo was in the six.
And that was quote unquote his best Liverpool game.
Are you sure Naby didn't play on the left? No, Naby played on the left. Should I tell you why Naby played on the left? Or maybe there was a move where he. Well, I remember a move where he was on. Yeah, he was everywhere. Listen, I just think
mainly from the right though.
You see what Carl's doing right now, Drift. This is where we have to kind of fling it back to Carl. What Carl's doing right now is Carl is trying to do the whole.
He's shit-stirring. That's what he's doing.
I mean that he's trying to do. We got 11 players. We play our best 11, bro. We have a squad. Now it's time to rotate. Like what you're doing now. See how you're mixing. You see the mix and blend that we need to do right there. Yeah. That's what we got to do for the rest of the season. You play the players that are in form. All jokes aside, I think that's the best way we have to gauge it.
I hear you.
Because if Elliott bangs out, bro, you know I'm going to beat Elliott over Naby. Because I don't. Again, if Elliott's playing better than my man, then Naby has to sit down. It's that simple. If he's playing better than Henderson has to sit down. But if maybe Harvey has that one game where you can tell he's getting tired because he just come back from injury, then you play either your Henderson or a Naby. Well, I just think now we got weapons, bro. We got weapons.
Against Leicester on Thursday, I would make sure Mo is rested, and I'd actually make Elliott the wide player in that game.
Oh no! Jeff, we got wide players now. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, Mane won't be back, and I don't think that Jota operates well off the right. So unless you're going to start Minamino, then I don't necessarily think playing Elliott off the right would be a bad thing.
No. But why not? No, because
Elliott likes to float into that position generally anyway.
Midfield free. Do that because he can see the whole game.
As an 8, he can do that.
No, I get that. I get that. But
I'd say
I'd rather Ox there.
I don't really like Ox wide, you know.
He gets goals.
No, I know. Yeah, he's more. I think he's more only because like what Klopp said, he's more dynamic. But
other than the Crystal Palace game, I don't know if I remember Ox playing right and playing well.
He hasn't really had to do it much, to be fair. He usually played on the left if he plays in the front three.
But remember, back in the day, he played wide right quite often. I mean, I know it was a couple of years ago.
But learning there, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, man. You know what? I'm just glad we can have this conversation. This conversation feels so refreshing as a Liverpool fan.
Does,
you know how often we're normally talking about we're down to the bare bones, what we're going to do. To have a whole squad available feels weird. I'm not even used to this shit.
It feels amazing.
It really does.
Yeah,
it really does. And we shouldn't even sleep on Taki Minamino because, again, people are rightly saying, I think it's 7 goals now this season for him. Look at the minutes that he's played. Whether you think he's the guy or not, he's still producing the goods. You have to give him credit as well. He's another one that should be involved in the rotation.
Yeah, have to rate his contribution. Have to rate contribution. Big up to Taki.
I'm saying, man. And when I watched it back, I thought to myself, do you know what? And credit to him. Because whichever way you want to look at it, there was a defender either side of the goalkeeper and he just hit it hard and low and made sure it went in. That could have quite easily been cleared off the line.
No,
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. Trust me. And you look back, you go, I can't believe he missed that. So, fair play to him, man. He skied the one against Arsenal. And this time he's like, nope, I'm making sure I hit this one hard and low.
Bro, do you know something mad? He scored 7 goals this season. I'm pretty sure that's more than Shaqiri's ever had in a single season for us. And Shaqiri was seen as the better player.
I think he's equaled. I think Shaqiri got 7 in his first season.
Shaqiri never got 7. I think he got 5 or 6, Drift.
Are you sure? I'm sure the first season he got 7. I could be wrong.
I think he got like 5 or 6, you know? I was Taki.
Don't get twisted, though. Some of those goals that Shaqiri got were special goals, though. That
Taki does not have 8 goals. He's got 7. Lies. Are you lying, whoever said that in the chat? Are you lying?
What's that?
I'm gonna check now. It's Taki Minamino got 8 goals instead of 7, and that's
I
only
think
one
it's
goal.
7.
I thought it was 7 as well.
I think it's 7.
You know what? Chris makes a great point here. Imagine being the 6th choice player and you've got 7 goals. That's like, do you know how impressive that is?
Do you want to read the rest?
What are you saying? I'm not. I'm making
No, but that's fair. It's fair. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Still.
No. That's fair. It's fair. Like, I'm not gonna even do the whole Origi thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree because being injured isn't not being there. That's not his fault.
Taki Minamino.
For Taki to have 7 goals, like, I'm not even gonna lie.
He's got
that
7.
Is impressive, and that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Like,
bro,
he contributes, man. That's why I stick up for him because
Listen,
even if he's not of the level, the man does what we ask him to do, which is put the ball in the back of the net. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
he's only got 2 in the league, but he's got 7 overall. He's got 7 in 19.
Yeah, not bad.
I'd like to actually see his goal. I'd actually like to see his goals.
Minutes great. That's good, bro. 7 in 19,
yeah.
bro. For a guy that don't really like, that's pretty impressive. I can't even lie, bro.
This is peak still. He's got more goals than Messi this season, and that's not even
let's not do that.
This is our fan base. We get carried away, man.
Let's not do that, guys.
We get carried away, man.
Shaqiri got 8 when he was at Stoke. Fair enough.
Man said Shaq got 8 in his whole Liverpool career. Is that actually right? No way.
Liverpool career.
Oh, Lord.
He's probably got quite a few good assists in that time, though. So
I agree that, yeah. Minamino's got 11.
And to be honest with you, lot, I'll probably say Minamino actually gets more love in terms of game time. Shaq didn't really play, man.
Shaq got buoyed. Shaq got buoyed out, though. He got buoyed.
He got injured a lot as well, though. He couldn't really build.
Yeah, but I never get that time
I think there was a few fibs told to us about why he wasn't playing some of the times, you know. I'm not going to lie.
Man went off and got the hair plugs, innit?
Yeah, so that leads me to believe the first season when they said he was injured, maybe they were lying then as well.
Yeah, I never get that time where we won a game and Shaq was being like castrated in the middle of the pitch by Klopp. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
And Shaq was looking at him like a little child. Like he was just like
castrated, you know.
Klopp was, when I say Klopp was running him. You just saw Klopp doing this. You know when Klopp does the whole all that stuff. I just saw Shaq like this.
Yeah, it was strange. It was strange.
Like,
it gave me a bit of Brendan vibes for a moment. It's like, bro, ease off him a little, man. We won the game. Bloody hell.
It was a bit harsh, I can't lie, because I think he was mad talented and we never really utilized him as much as we should have. Because when you deep it, he's a natural 10. And bro, some of the things this guy could do. Remember that goal where there was the counter attack and Shaq hit it? I think it was Trent to Shaq to Salah.
West Ham.
That first time pass from Shaq is so underrated, like you wouldn't believe.
So was that first touch from Salah.
No, bro. The pass from Shaq on the money was crazy. I can't even lie, bro. But yeah. The
thing with Shaq, though, he never really went on to achieve at any club what he could have. So I don't think it's just him at Liverpool problem. At Inter, he didn't. At Bayern Munich, he didn't. At Stoke, he didn't. So I think you have to look at the player sometimes.
Quick question. How do you feel about the fact that Bobby's just a squad player now?
I'm going to read the next super chat. You guys are trying to draw me out. I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let
when I say man done the Ric Flair low blow, you know.
I'm not going to let you draw me out. Like,
I went, woo!
You can't kill my vibe tonight. I'm not going to let you guys draw me out. That's how you handle it, people. Right. You kill him with kindness. Drifty wanted a reaction from me. I gave him the opposite of what he wanted, and we move on, guys. That's how simple it is.
It wasn't even me that wanted the reaction.
Probably Chris. I bet it was Chris. There was Chris. Asian Barnes says, "Bless up, fellas, as always." Heard on Friday a supporter talk about Montana weather. Worst I've seen is Manitoba in Canada, minus 50. Jeez. And the hotel told me to plug my car, or told me plug in my car or it won't start in the morning. Madness. Coming summer.
Minus 50.
Minus 50.
I'm not surprised that it wouldn't. How did you even get the door open? It must have just been frozen shut.
Them ones there is dangerous, you know. It's dangerous, fam.
If I'm not walking out the house at -50.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. -50 sounds like it's made up.
Yeah, like it's not real.
That sounds
yeah,
like it's so cold that it's not a real temperature. You know, you're like, well, clearly it's not possible for anything to ever be that cold.
You might as well go to another planet. That's just. There's no point being on Earth to live in -50.
Like, man gets into a street fight at -50. Man can just spit in the air, grab it, and just stab man with it, bro.
What man Sub-Zero in there? There's Sub-Zero in it.
Freeze in the air, bro. Like any liquid would just freeze in the air,
man
bro.
can just start making icicles like that.
I'm gonna be honest. If you've got the energy to argue at -50, let alone get into a fight.
I'm not gonna lie. In my head, I was thinking, right, if you're beefing man at -50,
you're beefing
you're
at
ignorant.
-50. Man can't even wait till it warms up.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, you're ignorant if you're beefing at -50 for real.
You might as well go fight in the Alps and them thing there, bro. Go fight on a mountain if that's how you really feel.
Can you imagine the beef? I'm like, man told you to shut your mouth.
You wouldn't even feel if you're wearing the right clothes, you're not even gonna feel any impact. Like
it's true, you know.
Yeah, no way.
Bro, man won't punch you, your hand just gets stuck, fam. You know them ones
I'm
there.
not even starting problems on the line just in case the electricity cuts off and I'm left without heating and all those necessities.
I'd be burning candles to just get extra flames in the house, to be honest with you.
Oh. Sam Max Legend says, you boys need your own studio, bring in Guna Lee as your first guest, then lay the smackdown on him, Rockstar, followed by a stone cold stunner and the hug.
It's the hug bit at the end, you know.
We'd have to fly me out from Dubai first and foremost.
That's because Sam Max knows what Cal's like. I told you, he'll rush you in the car park and then carry you back to your car.
No, I wouldn't, man. Michael Talk Football says, you remember Laurie Delaval? Big up from Finland. Yes, I remember.
Yes, I do. That name rings a bell. Laurie Delaval.
Good striker, blonde guy, striker. El Lad says Elliott has Foden genes. Age is just a number. Facts. Eastwood says we need a succession plan for Hendo. He will be left behind, in my opinion. Drifty, look away now.
Man said left behind, you know. Like man's.
I thought Eastwood was my security as well.
Yeah, you know he's a really security, bro. You share the common interest. Not now, you don't, bro.
Oh, well, it's like that, is it?
Remember when Dana White says, "Me and Drifty were never friends." El Lad says, provided he plays regularly, Elliott will make the England squad and potentially World Cup. That'd be amazing for him.
Yeah,
that would be.
Jamrock says the third midfielder is currently not in our team. Jamrock wants a new player.
What's a new player?
Ash said if our team is Allison, Trent,
bro, the abbreviations are mad, bro.
Matip, Virgil, Robbo, Fab, Thiago, Hendo, Mane, Jota, and Salah. Who are the 8 on your bench in your opinion? Kelleher, Konate, Gomez, Tsimikas, Naby Diaz, Harvey, Bobby Firmino. That means no Curtis Jones, no James Milner, no Ox, no Taki, no Origi. Me personally, I agree with all of that. If that's the starting 11 you go with, I agree with all of that, but I would swap Origi for Joe Gomez. And I'd put Milner. Don't kill me here, Matt, but I'd put Milner in for Naby.
What? For what?
For subs bench.
Would you put Milner over Naby for subs bench?
Not because I think he's better, because just trying to cover bases. The reason I go Milner is because Milner can play more positions. Like if, let's say, for example, Trent got an injury, Milner can go in there, whereas Naby couldn't. Naby's just a centre midfielder. That's why I've gone with him there. And then
because you've got Ox that can play midfield if you need.
I'm not gonna lie. That's
Ox isn't in mine. I've got Diaz and
Oh yeah, sorry. I was
looking
at the wrong list. Yeah, so
I'm not gonna lie. It's the abbreviations. Apologies, Ash, but there's a lot of abbreviations.
No, but I know because obviously there's a certain amount of characters as well. So he's smart the way he's able to.
Yeah. Of course. If I'm being honest, I would have Naby on the bench definitely because he offers something different. I get Milner's versatility, but I kind of feel like we have to. Not saying you shouldn't go for versatility all the time, but sometimes we need specialists. Naby's a specialist 8. Like Milner is at an age where I feel like whether he plays right back or centre mid, it's just more we're going off the name. I don't know if he could play at the same level that he kind of used to. So me personally,
I'm not even asking this to cause trouble. When you say specialist, in what area would you say he's a specialist?
Naby's a number 8, in my opinion, that can break lines, bro. Like with his dribbling ability. I feel like there's very few in our team. Like, for example, Thiago can do it every now and again. He just a little drop of the shoulder. Maybe might be able to dub someone. Henderson, in my opinion, can't do it. Fabinho can't do it. Milner can't do it. Curtis Jones maybe can do it if he's confident enough.
Could Harvey not do that though, man?
And Ox maybe. But
Sorry,
again,
guys. Go, sorry.
No, but again, I've seen enough of Naby to know that he can do it consistently if need be. And again, though, it depends on Klopp's instructions as well. I think that's another thing as well, because sometimes I've said to Drift as well in the past, like, I feel like Klopp wants to turn him into like Genie 2.0, like trying to hold man back a bit, but it's like, no, just let him off the leash and let him do his thing. Against, like, as Thingy said, Man United, bro, that Naby Keita was ruthless. He did not care, bro. Let him play, and you'll see the best of him. So I don't know, man.
Fair dues.
Was there not talk, guys, that they were gonna push it to like more numbers on the bench?
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Subs as well.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, weren't they talking about they were just going to be like, there isn't a limit. You could put the whole squad on the bench. It would be your discretion.
I don't see why you can't just have 11 players on the bench or 12 on the bench. I don't.
Yeah, because it's just the bench, isn't it? Yeah, it's just like obviously. Yeah,
that's what happened in European, in the Euros and the World Cup.
You can name.
I've never seen the reason why you can't.
It's a really stupid restriction to tell somebody that they've got to pick between players that aren't going to be in the first 11 to just be available if needed. It's a really weird rule, man. I don't know.
Rahil says Naby's best game was Leicester and United. He was right centre midfield.
Fair enough.
He was on
fair
the
enough,
right,
man. Fair enough. You know what I mean?
Promo says, not gonna lie, I'm tired of Hendo's KDB crossing impersonation. It can be frustrating.
I think it's under instruction though, because I tell you why I believe it might be instruction, because even Trent, Milner, I feel like that position of the field, everybody does that cross. If you really pay attention, I've said
Naby and Harvey don't.
No, but that's because they're not really capable. Well, I mean, Harvey hasn't played long enough to really know.
Naby and Harvey could cross a ball, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think Naby can cross.
I think it's Drift. I think it dev.
No. Naby's brilliant at a lot of things in football, but not crossing. But for me, whenever Henderson, Milner, and Trent especially get to that position in the field, they all do it. I feel like it's part of the instructions of the.
It's because it's what they feel that they're good at, though. I think that I don't think it's instruction. I feel like for me personally, Henderson is a good cross of the ball, but I think he overdoes it at times because he knows he can put a good cross in. But I think sometimes he kind of relies on it. You know, when you're good at something, you kind of rely on it. So it's like, I know.
So you think it's just a coincidence that many players all do the same thing?
Well, no, because Milner's a very good cross of the ball, so he would do the same thing, bro. He would do. Here's the difference. You know what I say about specialists, yeah? I'm just trying to, I won't even, you see when you get into like tight positions and you're thinking, okay, do I just knock the ball in, try and get a good cross off because I've got a good cross, or maybe try 1-2, try and beat your man? Everyone's different. So that's where Naby Keita, in my opinion, he wouldn't do that. Only because he would think, I could maybe get a 1-2 off, or I could maybe drop a shoulder and then beat a man. I think you're gonna do how you feel favored in terms of like what are you good at? Those guys are good at crossing, bro. So they're gonna cross, but they're not the greatest at beating a man. Let's be real.
No, I get where you're coming from. Even
like a back and forth. It's just more okay.
I get where you're coming from. But
this is not. Now
I've said it. Just pay attention for a minute, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Fair enough. But what I seem to notice is it's not even just like if we accidentally end up in that position. Sometimes the way we develop our play will actually be to drag a player to follow somebody who doesn't overlap, and then when that person receives the ball, they'll give it back quickly. But for that person who's in space to deliver it, it's almost like it is instructions. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if you just watch a few more games now I've said it, and if you notice it, then maybe I am onto something. If not, then fair enough. But I almost feel like the design of the team sometimes is to literally get someone in that pocket of space to do that cross to the back stick. I don't know. I've
No,
just noticed it a lot.
okay. So I think in that regard, yes, there are times when I think it's by design. But you see, like, for example, where Henderson might do it, say, I don't know, like 6 or 7 times a game. You're like, bro, it hasn't worked. So why not try something different? That's why I kind of feel like, as a baller, yeah, even though your manager sets us instructions, your manager's also going to applaud you for also thinking for yourself. And not in a disrespectful way. Sometimes Henderson could just be like, you know what? The cross ain't working. Let me try 1-2, or let me see if I can just drop a shoulder. Yes, he might not be the best at beating his man. He's never been that guy, but just try something different. And I think the others are a little bit more unpredictable. Whereas Henderson, Milner, especially them two, because they're good at crossing, they will rely on what they're good at when they get into that situation, in my opinion. But I think there's a bit of both, though. I think there is a bit of both.
Pete Al says, Cal, who's playing front three? And don't forget your main man, D9. Cal, this answer is only for you to answer. My midfield is Fab, Thiago, and Keita, and Mane, Bobby, and Salah up top. I see what you're trying to do here, Pete, but as I said to Drift, you're not going to bring me down tonight.
Cal, quick question. You see the Chelsea game where
you got to answer
it,
though.
Was you happy with it?
I'm going to answer it.
Oh, yeah, go on, answer then. Yeah,
my front three to start the game would be Jota on the left, Bobby through the middle, and Salah on the right. And then I'll bring on one of the, or all three of them. I'll bring on Diaz, Mane, and Origi. Switch up the game.
Midfield, Cal? Midfield.
Who would my midfield be for the Chelsea game? I would go Fab, Thiago, and Elliott. I would go Elliott.
Has the excitement started to kick in yet that we're in a cup final?
Yeah.
The moment Jota scored that second goal, bro. How you mean?
Oh no, for a minute, I was like just thinking about that moment there. But yesterday, watching Mane celebrate started to make me realize that we're close to possibly being able to do that ourselves in a little while. And it kind of got me. I was like, okay, all right.
So you're starting Elliott in a cup final then, even though he kind of
after being out for so long, that's a big ask.
That's a big risk, but I understand it. But I think, I don't know, man. Certain man just don't respect certain man, innit? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of mad still. It is what it is, isn't it?
And if we do win it, what Cal did that's quite disrespectful is he's asking Henderson to get changed just to lift it. So big man, you play no part in it. Yeah, keep your jogging bottoms on.
No, wait.
You just have to take off your jogging bottoms. Furthermore, why don't you just lift it in your shirt and tie, innit?
Here's my strike back.
Go on.
Does Henderson start just because he's captain?
I never said that. I just said you're going to make your captain have to take his jogger bottoms off just to lift the trophy. That's all I said.
So I'm asking you now then, Drift, who starts in your midfield three?
Henderson does start for me in that cup final, 100%.
Based on
the fact that I believe in a cup final, a captain as a leader in that moment of like stress and pressure and what all the things that come with a final. Yes, I do think your captain should play. So if he's in absolute donkey form, then possibly not. But he hasn't been playing that badly recently. He's not as good as he normally is, but he's not playing like absolute donkey. So,
all right, God forbid then Hendo gets injured. Do you start Milner then?
If he gets injured, then that's different because at least we've still got people like Van Dijk and others who could possibly be a leader. Van Dijk, Robertson, there's other people on the pitch.
Navigator's getting that start for me. I don't give a damn.
Milner's our vice captain though, Drift. So if Hendo's not...
but with Hendo's captaincy, I'm also talking about his ability. I do believe that Milner should be phased out now. So ability-wise, no, I would prefer to replace him with somebody else. But remember, I'm the only one who seems to think Henderson's a good footballer. Everyone else seems to think Henderson is a bad footballer. So.
No,
better footballers in better form than Henderson.
Yeah,
that's
form, not the player.
Enough, but I feel like your captain should start.
I don't like the idea of a captain starting just because they're captain.
No, like I said, and he's playing all right. As long as he's playing all right, I think the captain should start.
I disagree that he's been playing all right as well.
No, I don't.
A-Spec says, do we need to talk about Thiago's availability? Let's touch on that at the end of the season because I'll be honest, I'm going to hold that same energy I hold towards Naby and the other players and Ox and all those players.
We have to.
Thiago picks up another couple of injuries between now and the end of the season. It's a conversation we have to have.
We do.
Mario says, what's Thiago done to warrant a start? Just say it.
That kind of goes in line. You know what it is with Thiago? When he's fit, you know he's clear of every one of our midfielders.
That's a
He's
very
actually
good question, though.
like he's kind of clear, but at the same time, I fully understand it because when Klopp's saying things like "man's got a knock," we don't see him for 2 months, then he's back. Then Klopp said he's got a chest infection, couldn't train. You're like, I don't even know what else to even say. Like but he's such a specialist player. He's got that X factor, but
I just think you have
availability is a mad issue for
You have
him.
to look at when he plays, though.
We're different.
We as a team tick. If I'm not mistaken, his win record with us is crazy.
Can I be honest? Can I be genuinely honest? And I know people might shoot me for this, yeah. But you see, when Thiago and Fabinho start in the midfield, I don't think it matters who the third midfielder is. And I'm just being genuinely honest. When them two play, Thiago has this understanding with Fab, like he's back at Bayern, where that double pivot, however they want to play it, it works for them. And you can kind of throw in Henderson, Ox, Naby, Elliott. I don't think it really matters. I just think if them two are starting in midfield, I genuinely don't mind who the third man is, because I think them man control the game on another level. And no disrespect to Henderson, but that combination of Thiago and Fabinho, in my opinion, is the best combo we have for a double pivot or a 3-man midfield. I think them, for me, are the first two that I will put on the team sheet. And that's me including Naby Keita as well. I would not put him there. That's just how I feel about them too. There's something about them too as a combo. They just work, bro. And that's no discrediting Henderson, Milner, Naby Keita, Ox. I don't know what it is, bro. But when them man play, they just lights out, bro. They're like, all right, us man, we got this. You man, just do whatever you got to do. We'll run some ISOs. Like we'll do whatever we'll run some pick and rolls. Shout out to all you NBA fans. We'll run some pick and rolls for you guys. You man, don't worry about it. We got you. They're on another level when they play together, guys. I don't know if you
without sounding like a hypocrite before we move on, because it goes against a lot of things and principles that I believe and I've said about football. I feel like everything in life, there's an exception. I wouldn't do this generally, but there's a possibility for this one thing. Maybe I'd make an exception. You know, that's a general rule of life, isn't it? 98% is that. And then there's always a 2% that is possibly an option for that, depending on what the circumstances are.
Yeah.
So for me, I think Thiago is that 2% exception of, you know what, normally the rule is, are you in form? Are you just coming back from injury? Blah, blah, blah. But when you've got that much sauce, I feel like you're just an exception to the rule. Do you get what I mean? So I'm not trying to drop principles or change how I feel. I just think there's just some players who are so exceptional, there's just an exception to the rule. And fully fit on form and all things considered, ability and rare, Thiago's our best player. So for me, I think Thiago is an exception to the rule.
That's a debate, but it's a debate that makes sense. Drifty says Taki is our Giroud type of player in the squad. Could very well be.
Impact, yeah.
SELFC says you're the ones from the YouTube community who covered the Sadio Mane without undertones. Thank you.
I mean, I don't like if no one else did. Come on, man. Like, we should all love him the same. But yeah, big up though.
EL says Shaq was Fave should have tried him in the Elliott role.
Shaq was his favourite. Should have tried him in the Elliott
role. Yeah. No, facts. Shaq should have been played in the Elliott role. I would have liked to have seen what he could have done.
I think that was Klopp's plan, but maybe Shaq didn't understand what he was being asked to do.
Yeah, availability as well, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's more a case of availability. Because we were doing that when we went through a spell where we were playing 4-2-3-1 and Salah was playing up top, Bob was playing in a 10 and Shaq was playing on the right. And then there were times where he played in midfield towards the beginning as well, where I remember he set up a goal for Salah.
Yeah. Bob is a maestro.
Incredibly good.
He was a maestro, fam. Technically gifted, bro.
BC says, need someone able to drop in for Trent on the right. Absolute facts.
Yeah.
We do. Hopefully that happens in the summer. A-Spec says, random fact, Frankie de Jong weighs more than Adama. Bruh.
Bloody yeah.
That doesn't surprise me though, because he's a lot taller. I weigh probably more than most people you'd look at, but it's
that's
just
true.
all.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adama as well. Absolutely killed his presentation and then got an assist on his debut. Big up Adama.
Malik says, no, is not made up. Last Saturday was minus 22 in the
I could
morning.
give a straight face when you said that. I don't know why. You know what it is, Drew? Adama had a sick game. No, yeah, the sick. Remember, I
thought you had in your head that thing that was going around showing the difference between Adama and Dembele's presentation. That was actually
no. It was when Adama was doing the kick. When Adama was doing the kick ups, yeah, I was like, that's cool. But you know what someone said? Like, I think in the comments they were like, if that was Ronaldinho, he's going down the steps, and it's true, you know there one's there.
No, but as I said though, bruv, did you see Dembele, Gareth Bale? There's a lot of people who their one was like embarrassing, bro.
Dembele was the shookest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Mike
Lone
didn't do anything pretty much either.
Mike Lone he just held the ball and just went. He didn't do nothing.
I said he just looked like a little kid at the park with the ball on his arm.
He didn't do nothing, bro. He said, "I'm here, fam."
I rate it, bro. Unless I'm a Ronaldinho or a player like that, I'm not doing a presentation.
But you see Adama,
holding the ball and posing.
I will say this though, even though Adama still kind of played the same way how he does at Wolves, you can tell he feels now I'm playing with players that, and it's no disrespect for Wolves, but you can kind of sense it. He's like, yeah, now man can do my thing now. Now I've got players like that I can ball with. Because bro, when he first touched the ball, I just saw him look up, and I think it was Carrasco said, "You're going byline." He was like, "Yeah, I'm going byline, but can you stop me?" Bro, he was gone. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to say Adama's gonna be some revolutionary
No, I'm saying
player.
it. In 12 months' time, people are going to be realizing why I rate Adama. I'm saying it, bruv. I'm saying it.
Don't get me wrong, Drift. I rate him, and I also feel like I think maybe even myself, I slept on the fact of he's playing for Wolves and anticipate for them. They haven't got a lot of players, on his level. Not only that, the space he's now going to get in Spain, bro. They haven't got the athleticism is not the same in the Prem. He's going to destroy some teams. Put it like that. He will.
Remember, Gareth Bale popped a lot of hamstrings. Adama's going to do the same, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, Adama's going to ruin some people. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I know Carl's sitting on the fence right now. Too much.
I'll let you guys have your moment.
This is Carl.
A-Spec says Taki is our 6th or 7th choice attacker now. How many teams have a 7th attacker with 7 goals so far this season? Not many.
That's true, though. That's true.
Base Facing Space says, are we the best passing team in the Prem? No, Man City.
Man
I'm
City.
not gonna lie. I like that name though. That profile name.
What was the Well, I didn't even see it, because I was looking. What was the? I don't know.
Base Facing Space. I like that.
You've seen that before?
Yeah, no.
I don't think I have.
Base Facing Sport.
You've been around for a while.
Space is active, yeah, very active.
Oh, real talk. So I'm just not paying attention. My bad.
Big up Base Space. He's been around for a while.
Hendo Cross, he can't keep getting away with it. Yeah, he's got to change up his game in that regard.
You know what? Occasionally it comes off, so it isn't like it's always a waste.
Yeah, but if you try 100 times, it comes off 3 times. For me, that's not a good
No, it's more than that. Come on, let's not be disrespectful.
It's really not, you know.
Even if we don't score literally from that, maybe like someone will knock it down or someone gets on the end of the clip or whatever. Like it comes to something more than just like 2 out of 100. Like that's being.
You know, in football,
I'm not even trying to shade him there.
I don't know if
25. I'll say 25% of the time it might come to something. And then 75%.
Guys, I don't know if you guys probably remember this. I don't know if it's still there now, but in Football Manager, the old ones, it will say like favored move. That is Henderson's favorite. It'll be early cross. He'll be early cross spam, but that'll be him. I can't lie. Early cross spam.
Yeah. No, Man City are the best passing team in the Prem.
Yeah, and it's not even close. If I'm being honest, I can't.
No. It's Arsenal, you lot.
Yes, I forgot.
Oh yeah, it is.
Come on, man. We can't do that.
Yeah,
they're always learning, Drift. You're right. They're always learning.
Yeah,
so
we can't
they're always going to be up there. They're always learning, fam.
Nothing like it.
Every single time they go train, it's in the hyperbolic time chamber. So when they come out, it's like they've actually been in training for a year.
Party was learning. Party was learning when he was at AFCON. He's always learning.
How long ago does that feel like? Considering the final was yesterday, how mad is it that he was home that long ago. Wow.
Come home early, innit? then went home again early. Like, gotta love it.
Mad.
Drifty says, imagine a bench of Kelleher, Gomez, Konate, Curtis Jones, Simicast, Ox, LD.
Luis Diaz.
Right, that's a new one, isn't it? LD.
I had to think about that though, because when you was reading it off, I was thinking, right, Carl's memory.
The KT one got me. I was like,
I was like, Costas,
yeah. Eastwood says, new midfield, Harvey, Thiago, and Fab, and Hendo's a sub.
We'll have the Henderson conversation in the summer, guys. Because I'm not stubborn. We'll have the Henderson conversation in the summer.
I think end of the season, we'll be able to kind of decipher.
Yeah, we'll have the Henderson conversation.
I think where players are. I agree with that.
Jot
not
says,
anymore.
Yes,
not anymore, cop class. Not anymore.
Born and raised in West London, but living in Canada since 2015. The coldest I felt here is minus 42.
Hey, Carl. Sorry.
Love.
Sorry,
By the way, guys, I just need to clear this up because a couple of people were like, no, it's Fahrenheit. It's Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Don't let him do it. Do you know what you're trying to do?
Go on.
Hold on, sorry, wrong. Drift, so can we have this conversation about science?
I just said, bruv. Not anymore.
You just address I want you to address me and Carl because remember we was having a debate about him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Saying?
For some reason, I feel like whatever Brendan and what's going on at Leicester is affecting a lot more than just Sayonchu.
Bruv, you don't say that about Varane, bruv. You don't say that about Varane.
But currently, I can't lie. Sayonchu's all over the place. I can't back him.
He's a mess. When I say he's a mess,
I can't back him. The only thing I can say in his defense is he's had a bag of defensive partners and there just don't seem to be nothing.
I'm not going to lie.
Going on.
I'm looking to see Sayonchu get rushed on Thursday, bruv. I'm not going to lie to you, bro.
He's a mess, fam.
But nobody can tell me that the previous 2 seasons he wasn't brilliant.
No,
he's been terrible this year. Do you know what I mean? But he was brilliant before that. It wasn't like I was just talking about him for no reason.
You wasn't.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's the reactionary thing where you look at man.
Yeah, trust Cal to see that comment.
Promo says Sayonchu's Lovren with long hair.
Why have we got to shade Lovren, man? Flipping no. The man's won the league and all sorts after we left us. Come on, man. Leave
Ali Ace and Sayonchu's Lovren, you know.
Leave him alone, man.
Sayonchu's getting that Brendan Rodgers defensive tax. That's what Scoots is as well.
Eastwood said Hendo is a good player. He should start in the cup final, but we need to discuss his future. Would hate to keep him as a feel-good player. That would be insulting. Agree.
Yeah, but I think if I'm being genuinely honest, I think it's a little bit early to be talking about man. I think summertime is when because obviously you're going to see man have a calendar year, then you can kind of gauge where we think he's at. I think it's a little bit early to say that just now.
Come on, man.
Just now. Yeah. Gotta be real, man. He's still a quality player, man.
Samanuske says we don't see how players do in training. Klopp does. That is very true as well.
That's very true. Even though we do have inside training now, Joe.
Klopp does have his favourites, as we've seen, though. So we've also got to take both sides with a pinch of salt. But you're right. We can't speculate more than what we know as well. Peterson says Liverpool are looking to sign Gavi. He is different.
We'll never get Gavi.
We'll never get Gavi, but he's a baller, though.
Arsenal seal that up, man.
We're never getting Gavi. Never getting Gavi. Barcelona would do everything for that.
When I said we should play Rafinha in the Elliott role, you said that was too attacking. Isn't Elliott the same type of player? No. I think him and Rafinha are very different.
They're different players.
No, but I think what Promo means is there's no defensive mindset really. So you're kind of
No, Elliott tracks.
So does
no, but what he's saying is if you thought that it was too attacking for Rafinha to play there, in terms of like how attacking the player is, it's very similar for Elliott to play in the same position.
I'm gonna be real. I don't see them as similar players. The only thing I see
their playing style, their attacking mindset, he means.
Nah. See, Rafinha's
more defensively responsible.
I was gonna say Rafinha for me has got that more eye for goal. I think Harvey Elliott I think he sees the whole picture when he plays. That's why when he plays a bit deeper, he sees more. Rafinha's asked, and again,
Promo doesn't mean the way they actually play. He just means their attacking intent and lack of defensive intent. He feels they're similar.
No, but I think
remember Rafinha does a lot of like running and pressing and stuff. It's not like he's a lazy player. Do you get what I'm saying?
I just think Elliott, I think he's more responsible defensively than Rafinha.
I said this from day. I think Rafinha's a cross between Di Marie and Mahrez.
Yeah,
I think he's in between. That's how I see him anyway. I think Harvey Elliott's different. I don't see him like that. I see him like that.
Yeah, but again, like I said, but yeah, anyway.
LFC Aaron says, guys, what's the hottest weather you've been in? Mine was Kos. When there was a breeze, it was like a hairdryer in your face. I'd say Hawaii.
For me, Orlando, it was 110. And I remember I went into the car, and before the AC kicked in, like in about how many seconds when the car kicked on, I was sweating buckets like I'd been like on a desert. It was mad. 110, I'm not going to lie, I was finished.
That's what I was going to say, because before Matt thought I was trying to get out of it and I wasn't. I need people to just clarify whether they're talking about Fahrenheit or Celsius when they're saying the Canadian weather.
No, they're talking about Celsius.
Yesterday, in Friday's show, we thought it was Celsius, but a few people have said, no, guys, Fahrenheit, not Celsius today. Because I'm not going to lie, below 50 Celsius might actually be unlivable. Like, this is what I'm trying to fathom in my head. Minus 50 Celsius, obviously you go outside, you just freeze on the spot. Surely, think about minus 50 Celsius, you lot.
Yeah, guys, confirm
it
that.
It must be Fahrenheit. It must be Fahrenheit.
I'm hoping it's Fahrenheit.
Because if it's Celsius, then if you do step outside, you're gonna go. Your hands is gonna freeze. By the time
I don't even think polar bears live in minus 50 Celsius.
It must be Fahrenheit then.
No, they probably do drift.
That is cold, you know.
50, man said 50,
for that, bro. The highest for me was Hawaii, though. Like, I remember walking towards the car. We had like we were doing like an excursion. I walked back to the car. And I was gonna sit down in the car. And the guy was just like, no. And I was like, well, he's like, the aircon hasn't been on. And I was like, I just want to sit down. He's like, you don't want to do that, my friend. I thought I'll be all right. I went in there for about 1 minute and 12 seconds, and bro, all the liquid just left my body, bro. Like, all my pores were open and the sweat was coming off. Like, I think I lost weight. I think I lost weight in that 1 minute 12 because it was mad.
So a couple people have confirmed it is Celsius. Ross Clark.
Hold tight, you.
I'm not gonna lie, fam. I wouldn't cope.
Right. Yeah, I can tell you lot from having a discussion with these two standing outside and they're fully clothed with gloves and scarves on, and it's only about 2 degrees, and these lot are bitching. So I can't even imagine these lot ever being able to
make mine 7 degrees. I'm not even saying 7.
Not even on your Nelly.
Wouldn't last.
I took Stevie football a couple of weeks ago and it was about 4 degrees. But I looked at him and I said, this is how you know I love this boy, because boy.
I think minus 50 would be fun as an experience to just see what it felt like.
Are you crazy?
You do your thing drift, bruv.
Man said to see
if you want to lose. If you want to lose phalanges, bruv, you do.
Exactly, bruv. If you wanna come home,
I'm talking about being fully acquitted. I'm talking about having all the right like gear on and whatnot.
Doesn't matter. You might as well be in space. Are you crazy?
The toe came out of the socket.
You might as well be. Man said minus 50. You know, Celsius.
I don't know what my warmest climate is. It's probably either Florida or.
Chat, has anyone never been to space? Because boy, I heard it's mad out there.
Bassett one says pick one starting 3: Diaz, D9, or Salah, or Mane, Firmino, and Jota.
What pick?
I'm going Diaz, D9, and Salah.
So am I.
I just think there's more goals in it.
Hold on, Diaz, D9, and Salah versus Mane, Firmino, and Jota.
Yeah.
I just think there's more goals in the Diaz, D9, and Salah combination.
I think
it's balanced. I think it's balanced.
All right, quick one. Who's scoring more?
That's a good point, actually, Cal, because Jota playing on the right isn't exactly good.
No. But who's scoring more, Jota or Diaz on the left, as things stand?
That's to be seen, isn't it? Because Diaz has just
I'd say Jota as things stand.
All right, Jota. Who's scoring more goals?
I still think that's an argument. Because in Portugal, I think this season Diaz has like 15 goals. So like that's a debate. We just have to see if Diaz can transfer the Portuguese.
We know.
Yeah, we have. You get what I'm saying?
I hear that. But what I was gonna say is now I know you can't really replicate it. So this is what I was gonna say. So I just said Jota. So it'd be Mane. Let's say Mane versus Salah. Salah's
Salah.
going to get more goals, yeah?
Salah will get more
goals.
goals, yeah.
So Firmino versus D9. Now, are we talking Firmino
D9 is getting more goals. We just
We're
have to be
talking about
honest.
them both now, bro. We've got to talk
in their
about them both
prime
now.
or now?
Now.
If we're talking now, then it's not a debate then.
Yeah, that's D9.
It's not a
D9.
debate. It's not a debate. It's not a debate.
Eastwood says Soyuncu with Klopp is a beast. Coaching's a problem. Don't know about a beast. I think he'd be better than what he is now, but I don't know about a beast.
But Eastwood's got a point. It could be the Brendan factor. There's something going on at Leicester. I don't know what's going on over there.
I've been telling you for years about Brendan Drift, bro. I have.
No, but I don't think it's his ability to coach. I think it's his cycle. I think he's a manager that has a short cycle at club. And I think he's coming to the point where he's like the cycle's ran out.
But he can't coach a defense. Can't.
No, all right. I'm not going to argue with that. But if you look at the success he's had at clubs, 3 or 4 years is normally when it starts to go down. He's got that Mourinho kind of vibe in it, where like it doesn't last for that long.
He's not a defensive coach,
from Celtic, where's he had success? Not even to shade him. Where's he had success?
Well, I think winning the FA Cup with Leicester is success.
But that's not sustained success.
I know, but it's still success though. And being the team in the top 4 the most out of any club apart from City, even though right at the end they didn't get in, was still kind of successful if you think about it. Like, it's very easy to just look at the final position and then be shady. But if you've held top 4 longer than Man U, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham, you've got to give some credit to that.
I disagree, Drift.
Fair enough.
That's it. Now that everyone is fit, you each guess who will go down first? Mini competition. Also, would you take a quadruple this season, but we lose Salah and Klopp?
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't. No. And I'm not even going to lie, Nazir. Please, I don't want to do the who's going to get injured first game.
Yeah,
I don't want to put it in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Big up, but I don't want to put that in the atmosphere, bro.
And no, I wouldn't take the quadruple for losing Salah and Klopp.
Neither would I. It would feel like yesterday's final where there's something great and then you've got to also know something bad happens. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Eastwood says, I lived in Alaska and yes, minus 50 Fahrenheit, minus 45 degrees Celsius does happen. I can tell you crazy stories of my headphone wires freezing and breaking like a twig. Ice fog is another issue. Jeez.
What?
Well, of course you.
The man has to come out his yard with a machete, but he's chopping fog, you know. Like,
that's mad. That is
mad.
Absolutely crazy.
How does anybody go to work?
They probably don't.
Well, in Canada, if it goes to minus 50 on a regular basis, you can't just stop the country for like a couple months.
Work from home, brother. We did it last year.
No, but there's jobs where you can't work from home.
Then you don't do them jobs then in that period, bro.
That's madness.
What do you expect man to get on the scaffolding in minus 50, Drew?
No, but you're gonna need things in your yard and all that. Do you know what I'm saying?
You might be able to.
We're saying that's a proper lockdown. Then you better get your shit because you can't leave the house even if you want to leave the house. That's peak, bro.
I'd have about 18 crates of apple juice, bro, just sitting. Facing Space says, is there a signing you would make losing Salah okay?
No. There actually isn't. I've thought about this and there actually isn't.
It'd have to be a combination of players for me to even consider it.
Facts.
And my combination would be so unrealistic and unfair that it wouldn't happen. I would need to see Haaland, Hakimi,
always putting Haaland first.
Bellingham, and
Hakimi's gonna hold a bench, yeah.
This is my terms, bro.
Hakimi is not holding bench.
If you're selling Salah, I need to see Hakimi, Bellingham, Basuma, and Neto and Haaland. I need 5 for Salah, bro.
It's never happening, you know. Never.
Just gonna quickly now do the FPL. So this should be interesting. Has Mark?
Apparently, you know what? Nazir's got a point that maybe we're underestimating the significance of a quadruple, but I just feel like it would all be kind of.
It'd be tainted.
Yeah, it'd be too tainted. That's what it would feel like. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, gonna do the FPL now. All right, guys, can you see that?
Just a little bigger will be all right, bro.
Well, give me a sec.
Yeah. I could. Yeah. I can see.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah,
So,
there we go.
as you can see, in first place, Marcus has kept his lead. 11 points clear now. Even though Mark had a better week, Marcus is still clear at the top. AJ in third place. Scoop is down in fourth spot. Only a point ahead of Kuda. Could Scoop drop out the top four for the first time this season? Canal is in sixth place. Nathi is in seventh. Roughton in eighth, or down to eighth, should I say. Poundland FSG still at ninth. Liam has moved up to 10th. I don't think I've seen Liam in the top 16 before, or top 15. So shout out to Liam.
Yeah, big at yourself, man.
James Burrows up to 11th. Gavin as well. I don't think I've seen Gavin in the top 15. Bossin Puddlefoot, hilarious name.
I said Bossin Puddlefoot.
I think that name got me last time as well.
Celta by Michael Edwards down in 14th, and Jomil and the Invincibles, Arsenic, are joint 15th. Guys, can anyone dislodge Marcus from the top? I don't even think I've seen Marcus in the chat either before.
Yeah, I don't think so, bro.
He may just have an alias name in the chat.
Yeah, he
innit?
might do.
If
He
you have
might
Marcus,
do.
do you know, make yourself known at the end of the season, just in case anyone tries to sabotage you.
Still.
Just in case anyone tries to sabotage you.
By the way, a couple people asking where me and Matt are in the league. I didn't enter it. I'm not sure where Matt is.
Me no speak English.
Luis Diaz complete with them say good gracias.
Hey,
Fantasy
promo,
league.
are you telling the truth, bro? I see,
Drift,
man,
you're
giving
in
it
the
eye.
Drift, you're in that league. Drift, you're in that league, fam.
I'm not in there, bro. I'm not in there.
Why
not,
clean.
Drift?
I'll come clean. My second team is Marcus still. You got me. You got me. You got me.
Hold on, Drift.
Bro. But we've already got Kaka Gate. Don't make Fantasy Gate, bro.
Drift, you're not in the league.
Huh?
You're not in the league, no?
I'm not in there, bro.
How comes, bro?
You about to get exposed.
Why not, bro? You sure?
I forgot it. I forgot.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot, bro.
Okay, cake.
Like boring. And the test results are in. Drifty, you are in the league.
Man forgets I'm the administrator. Bro.
Yeah, I know if it, bro. To be fair, my position must be peak. I don't know where I am.
Bro,
Bro.
I'm so mad. I'm not gonna lie.
I bet I must be. There's 750 plus people in the league.
Bro.
Yeah, I know I'm somewhere below 500. I know I am. I don't even need to ask.
All I'm gonna say is we are a mess.
Bottom, I don't care now.
We're actually a mess.
No, we are.
That's all
But
I'm
as long
gonna
as
say.
I'm not at the bottom, I don't care now.
No, we're not at the bottom, but we're a mess.
Yeah, I can.
Man's in 400. Matt, if you're 400 ain't that bad out of 750.
No,
you're like
fam,
middle ground. You're
Don't
you're in the
look for
you're
mine.
mid table.
Don't look for mine. Don't look for mine.
You're mid table, bro.
Please don't look for
I
mine.
think let me see where Drift is. Hold on. I'll tell you where
You're
Drift
like a
is.
Crystal Palace right now, Matt. That's not too bad, bro.
Let me see where Drift is. Hold on.
Fuck no.
Asian Barn says, fellas, nah, bro. You have to go to work regardless of the weather. Can be snowstorm. Just leave early to get to work on time. It's mad. And yes, -50 is a wind chill and is Celsius. I'm talking about summer. It's better to come.
And do you know what's even more admirable is that there's quite a lot of Jamaicans that moved to Canada. So to deal with temperature change must be hard, bro.
I don't think they are dealing very well.
That must be difficult, bro.
That
must be difficult.
Oh, what
blood!
You know what? If I'm not mistaken, Ryan and Demo both moved to Canada, didn't they? I'm not sure which part, but I'm sure both of them moved to Canada.
Yeah, we might have to check.
I want this white sitting there. Somebody have done your body. What is cold?
That's
mad. I'm like, send me in a cool runnings. What is this? Matt's hairline says, Matt, you just gained 43 follows. You're welcome. Raw.
I swear,
Man's
down,
the
fam.
plug. Man's the plug.
Hey,
No pun
Matt's
intended.
hairline, you are the guy, bro. I'm gonna check that. If that's the truth, because I'm gonna check it. Yo, we're gonna talk. Oh, we're gonna talk.
Eastwood says, you go to work, you plug up your car and leave the engine running.
Bro, I'm not gonna
2 sets of
bro.
keys and plenty of gas. If ice fog comes, you won't be able to see your hand. What?
Rough Clark.
I'm
Your
on them type of
hand!
thing there, you know.
That's there. You can't see this.
Yeah, I'm not on
And
them.
you
Right,
think I'm
even
freaking out?
Bayesians, like, man turns into a bear and just hibernates. Bro, I don't blame you, bro.
I'm
That
not on
is
them type of thing there, you know.
So hold on a minute.
Yeah,
I just need. I didn't know Canada got that cold. That sounds like it's actually like very serious. Like we're laughing and we're joking and stuff, yeah. But that actually sounds like for about 4 or 5 months of the year, your life is in danger.
Bro,
That's
I'd call
mad.
into work and go, I'm ill. You don't sound ill. Well, is someone going to come around and check? No? Okay, well, I expect to get paid my sick pay. I'll be back when I'm better. I'll be
Oh,
back.
bloody hell, man.
That is mad.
Yeah,
Right.
someone said they have seal coats. That's crazy. Like what, the skin of the
Right.
seal? I mean, that's mad.
That is mad. But people, gotta say a massive thank you for everyone who joined us. Got some talking topics out of the way, which were really good. Trying to think when we're next back. We'll be next back on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday preview. Yeah, Leicester, bro.
Thursday
Leicester,
back
Leicester,
for the
Leicester,
game
Leicester.
as well. We'll be doing that game is on TV, right?
It better be.
It's
It
on
better
BT,
be.
I
I'll
believe.
check it now. I'll check it now.
It's on BT, I believe.
Let me find.
Cool.
Let me
The
find.
game's on TV. You guys know you'll get a watch from us as well.
I don't think the
No.
Burnley game's on telly though, which is a shame.
Oh, bloody hell, that's too. Yeah, again.
Leicester BT. BT, we good. We move. BT. Leicester BT.
No Burnley on TV. I was looking to have fun with that watch along as well, man.
Oh, there's no but you're right.
That's
There
a
is no
Sean
Burnley.
Dyche game, man.
In February,
No
I think there's
Burnley.
quite a few games that are 3 p.m. kickoffs. That's going to be hard to navigate. Yeah,
Well,
it's
2
annoying.
o'clock
So much
on
Sean Dyche
Sunday.
Content ready, man.
2 o'clock. No, they've got the Villa new. Yeah, we moved. Don't worry about that. Man.
Sorry,
It's
really quick. Drift was meant to ask us who we would.
Yeah,
prefer
big up
out
Lizzie for
Bellingham
reminding me. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry?
yeah.
Bellingham or Basuma.
You had 24 hours to think about it.
Yeah.
Bellingham or
For me,
Basuma.
I would go Basuma right now.
Matt's still thinking about it after 24 hours.
Just going to deadline, innit? I'm going Bellingham still.
Who you going for, Drift?
Bellingham. I'm going
I'm
Bellingham.
just here to ask the question.
No. You said you'd answer
I'm going
yesterday's show,
Bellingham.
bruv.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I've got
Did
the
I?
tape. Yeah.
I was going Jude.
Did I?
I'm
Yeah,
going
100%.
Jude.
I thought I was just here to ask the questions, so I didn't think about it.
You said.
Bassuma's sick, but I think
You-
Bellingham.
I'll quote what
Far
you said
from-
because I was going to give my answer. You said, no, hold it till tomorrow, and then me and Matt will give ours.
I said a lot. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
Oh,
All right. Since it's my question, I can skate sideways a little bit.
oh, here
Let's
we
give
go.
an answer,
Watch.
bro.
Let me predict what Drift's going to say. Well, I signed Basuma this summer, and then next summer I signed Bellingham, but then the summer after that I signed Gavi.
No. I was simply going to say it's all dependent on which one of the midfielders leaves. In my opinion, it's just dependent on which one of
Just
the
give an
midfielders.
answer,
Jeez,
bro.
man. I hope you're
Bellingham
all
or
guys are sitting on
Basuma
that
right now.
I'm doing what you did when you said Harvey or Naby when Cal asked who was start.
All right. You like that? How about if I answer the question, you can answer yours then, yeah?
I mean,
Show's
over now, isn't it?
You sure? No, it's not over yet. No one ain't pressed the M button.
You man, all I'm saying is you man better get your tetanus shots because the amount of times you guys sit on the fence, you're going to be catching splinters. Absolutely ridiculous, you two.
Bruv, he don't want to say it because he knows it's
Depends on
Jude.
which midfield it
He knows
leaves.
it's Jude, fam. It's an easy answer, bro. In my opinion, anyway.
For me, it's Basuma. I think he
Fair
suits us better right now, and I think we have other players who could do what Jude does. Matt's hairline says it's mad how certain man's hairline ruin his Insta.
That was a bit of shade before we leave.
Safe, my hairline. Safe. I don't know what you want me to say to that. Safe. Yeah, no one's there.
And no, guys, we are back on Wednesday. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, make sure you check us out on social media as well. I know it's been a good one. Again,
Yeah, man.
congratulations
Tonight,
to
man.
Mane.
Big up,
Indeed,
big up. And you
indeed.
know what? Big up everyone as well, man. Over 750 strong for the majority of the chat.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
higher at some point.
Come
So
on
big
now.
up, man. Big up
Oh, he
yourself.
said running, not ruining. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, what did you want man to say to that, bro?
Yeah.
I was trying. I don't know what you wanted, like a back and forth. Like, I didn't know what you like. You know
Well,
what I mean?
fair dues. At least it wasn't shade now.
Oh no, sorry, that was me. I misread it. Sorry.
Oh,
did you?
really?
No,
Oh,
sorry. That's on me. That's on me.
it's cool,
Sorry.
man.
Sorry.
That's what happens when you got a goatee.
Raw.
I didn't even wait till after the show. I knew it was coming.
You know what I'm like.
I'd have done the same.
Cobra Cat, we strike first. We strike
I'd have
first.
done the same. I knew it was coming.
No. It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
I'd have done the same.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Because I was gonna go for drift and just sort of random spray for no reason.
Why am I gonna catch a stray? What did I do?
Randomly. Just
Well, you just
randomly.
in
But
the
it's
wrong
cool.
place
Though.
at the wrong time. Drift, it happens, brother.
But I'm gonna leave it for
Yeah,
now.
no.
But drift might get a stray in the next one still. But we-
Jeez.
But now, bless up to you all. Until we see you on Wednesday. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Peace.